everybody. Welcome back to Yost Arena in Ann Arbor, Michigan. My name is Zach Warshaw, joined by Eli Mayhew as my color guy this evening. We're here for another episode of Michigan Hockey as they take on Robert Morris University Colonials for the second night in a row. Michigan ranked number 4 coming into this game undefeated, coming off kind of a rough game last night. Robert Morris, obviously a great team in their own division. However, when you're playing Big Ten competition, it's going to be a little dicey. That being said, only a 4-2 victory for Michigan last night. A little bit of sloppy play. Both teams went nothing on the power play, 0 for 3 each. Robert Morris and Michigan tied in virtually every category, penalties, face-offs, which really is only notable because it shouldn't be. It should be kind of a dominant performance. I mean, it should be a tune-up game, so Michigan looking to bounce back for that. Robert Morris comes in 0-1 with their only official game being last night. However, they did go 2-0 in exhibition versus Bowling Green and Waterloo. Michigan 5-0, still undefeated as we just mentioned. Eli, what are you looking forward to tonight? What do you want to see from the boys?
Yeah, obviously a rough night last night for the Wolverines. Only a 4-2 victory against a team that they really should be honestly dominating. But that wasn't without its praises for the Robert Morris team. Charlie Schenkel last night was incredible. I mean, he was really showing why not to doubt.
The sloppy play for Michigan, but because of the amazing play from goaltender Charlie Schenkel, as you said and we saw last night, and he will get the nod again tonight after that amazing performance. Allowed 3 goals on 35 shots. Michigan did win the shot battle 39-16, but that was insane. And one of those goals that they had out of the 4 was an empty netter. So very impressive job by Schenkel tonight as we see the boys about to ready to line up for the face-off. Michigan in their traditional home whites tonight. Robert Morris now, instead of the red football-style uniforms they were wearing the night before. Michigan will go 5 seconds until puck drop here. 5 seconds until the first period is supposed to start, and both teams will line up for the face-off. Beautiful night for hockey in Ann Arbor. I don't know if you're watching basketball or soccer, but glad you decided to tune in for us for another episode of hockey as we line up for the face-off. TJ Hughes to take it, and he will win it back to Ron Mullen for the Michigan face-off. Ron Mullen passes it ahead. Dumped into the zone as he'll chase. TJ Hughes on the attack. Into the right corner they go. Won by Robert Morris. Colonials will take it the other way now. Sends it up ice. Bounces in front of the net. Not really anyone gets possession. Finally, a shot opportunity by Robert Morris's defenseman there. Can't see who that was. Dominic Elliott. There's a poll in our way, by the way, if you're new to this broadcast. So sorry if sometimes I'm a little late on the Robert Morris calls. But so Robert Morris gets the first shot of the game. 19:25 left. In the Robert Morris end now. Michigan trying to get something together. Nothing going on. Finally goes into the corner in the bottom left. Ben Robertson collects it for the Wolverines. Poke checked away by Robert Morris. Stolen in the middle to Michael Hage in the slot. He'll take a shot and bounces off the net. Got a piece of that with Charlie Schenkel, so it was a little bit not wide, but it'll be kept in by the Wolverines. Back to the point now. Muse with it now for Michigan. Back over to Schenkel on the left side. Can't get around Robert Morris's Dario Belho. Finally take a shot into traffic. Doesn't go anywhere. In the left corner, still battling, both teams are. Malcolm Spence with it now for Michigan. Will send it back to Muse. Over to Hage, who takes a bad angle shot from the top of the right circle right into the shins of Belho, and that'll go back out to center ice as both teams regroup and make changes. Hage now dumps it back into the Robert Morris zone, and they'll chase. Battling for it in the right end, both teams are. Garrett Shifsky passes back to the D. Nobody's there. Michigan will have to go back and recollect at center ice. Finally, Michigan makes a change now to try to get something set up. Passed ahead as it'll go the length of the ice. Asher Barnett was looking for somebody up there, but there was no one home, and so it just goes the whole length of the ice to go all the way down for an icing with 18:18 left.
Yeah, just a slow start for both teams. Robert Morris, a little early aggression. We didn't see a lot of that last night, but Robert Morris hopefully trying to get some early goals to put some pressure on this Michigan team.
Robert Morris wins the face-off to the left of Ivankovic. Passed over to the right side, nobody home. Still in possession, though, of the Colonials. Bruce McDonald with it now. Sends it behind the net for Felsing. Felsing takes a shot from just outside the right hash mark, easily stopped away by Ivankovic. Michigan now sends that the other way. Trying to get it out. Just able to get that out. That'll go flying into the bench. Almost hit Coach Brandon Dorado right in the head. Good job to get out of the way there. Luca Fantilli just took a hack at that to try and get it out of the zone. It just went out. So we'll get a face-off. Looks like to the right of Ivankovic, still in Michigan's end. Now shots 2 apiece for both squads. TJ Hughes to take the face-off. Or sorry, Cole McKinney, I apologize. Tie up on the draw. Finally won by Robert Morris. However, goes right to Michigan, and they'll take it the other way. Jaden Perron takes it into the zone. Oh, they're going to call it icing, actually. It looked like he was going to win the race. However, ref thought maybe not, and so it'll go down the length of the ice for another face-off outside of Ivankovic with 17:48 remaining in the first.
Yeah, it looked like that one might have been Michigan's possession, but the ref calls it icing, and it'll go back on Robert Morris's end. Honestly, a little bit surprised here, Robert Morris maintaining possession of the puck for most of this first period so far.
They've done a great job. They did it last night, too, as Michigan wins this face-off to the left. Ron Mullen will send it behind the net for Tyler Duke. Tyler Duke takes it around the left side, pass it up for Will Horkoff, backhands it towards middle of the ice. A little out of the reach there for Cole McKinney. It'll still go into Robert Morris's end. They have possession, though. Finally stolen away by Will Horkoff on the left hash mark on the boards. Unable to corral it, though, and it'll go the other way for the Colonials. Bruce McDonald with it now. Takes a shot. One-timer scored from Ryan Taylor. Sent the length of the ice to the far left hash mark against the boards, and Ryan Taylor had a one-time shot that just got right past the blocker of Ivankovic, and Robert Morris is going to take a 1-0 lead 3 minutes into this game.
I mean, what a pass. I mean, all you could say, I mean, at some point, as a goalie, that's tough. That's a tough play to make. That's a cross-ice pass, top left corner of the net. That was a great play call by Robert Morris, and already a quick lead for Robert Morris.
Kind of a cliche, but just like they drew it up, honestly. That was an absolutely amazing offensive possession there by the Colonials. As Michigan will win the faceoff back into their own end, and they'll try to regroup after that. Dumped into the Robert Morris end. Keenan Draper is going to go and chase for the Michigan Wolverines. Corralled by Robert Morris. It'll go around the end to the other side. Brandon Rourke will get it for the Colonials. Send it just out to center ice where now teams will fight for possession. Draper on the far side, right in front of the Michigan bench, trying to get rid of it. Finally be able to send it back to the defense. Robertson will have it. Ben Robertson sends it over to the far side. He passed up for Keenan Draper as he's hit head first into the boards. No call on that play, incidental contact. And Robert Morris now takes it the other way. Patrick Johnson tried to pass it up. It was intended for Primerano. No one can really get it. Will flutter behind Michigan's goal, still known with real possession. Finally sent up to Josh Ernestine on the far side for Michigan. Still in their own zone, can't get rid of it. Finally will fall back out to center ice, but still known with possession. Ernestine now will grab it for a second, just dump it in, and Michigan will make a change. Robert Morris takes it now the other way. John Babcock crossing center ice. He'll just dump it in. Collected by Reinecke for the Colonials. Right in front of the net now. Couple teams, pucks loose. Finally, it's covered up by Ivankovic. Nobody got a shot off. It was just kind of sitting there as it looked like Jason Reinecke had an opportunity to grab it, maybe take a shot, but it just sat in front of Ivankovic for a couple seconds. He finally was able to glove that and get a stoppage in play with 16:08 remaining.
I don't know about you, Zach. I'm a little surprised Michigan hasn't been a little bit more aggressive after the close game they had yesterday. You would think they'd want to try to get some points on the board early, especially against a tough Robert Morris team. But
I'm blown away, Eli, as again, Robert Morris is going to win this faceoff, tie up on the draw. It'll finally go back to Michigan. But you'd think after that, frankly, underwhelming performance last night, they'd come out with a vengeance, being like, all right, got to take this seriously. But we see Robert Morris with a 1-0 lead, 5:52 remaining in this first. Still in the Michigan zone. Finally, it's going to be able to get out by the Wolverines. Taken across the blue line. Trying to get something going. Shot opportunity there for TJ Hughes. Nothing going. Blocked away by Schenkel. And now Robert Morris will just send it the length of the ice. Stopped over the red line, though, so no icing on the play. Michigan collects it behind their own net. Henry Muse will just stand behind the net as Michigan gets everything set up. Bad pass stolen away by Robert Morris player, and he'll just dump and chase into the zone as Robert Morris now makes a change. 15:20 remaining in this first. 1-0 Colonials. Still behind the net, Henry Muse is with the puck. Finally, he'll send it up the right side for Michael Hage. Michael Hage, pass into the middle, intended for Garrett Shifsky. He's going to miss him. It'll go off the stick, though, no icing, but Robert Morris now takes it the other way. They'll just dump it, so now we're seeing just a dump fest back and forth. No one really getting a good possession here, Eli. And finally, Ron Mullen will send it into Robert Morris at Zen, but he was a foot behind the line, so we're going to get an icing and go all the way down with 15 minutes exactly remaining.
I mean, the puck's been on Michigan's side the whole game. I mean, there's only 3 shots on goal for the Wolverines. And you got to think at some point Michigan's gonna have to be a little bit more aggressive, not play so lackadaisical as we enter almost the second half of this first period.
Robert Morris wins the faceoff. Back to Michael Craig on the D. Finally, will send it over. D-to-D pass now. Gabriel Lund with the puck. Back to Craig. Bad pass, able to be got out there by, looked like Drew Schock for the Wolverines. Will go back to center ice, immediately retained by Robert Morris, though, as they go into the zone. Falling to his knees in the middle was Ryan Taylor, looked like, and now Michigan's going to take it the other way. Drew Schock now with it. He'll send it over to Michael Hage on the left side. Hage, the bottom of the circle now. Trying to get anything going. Deshifsky in the middle of the ice. He'll send it back up to Robertson at the top. Over to the right winger. Takes a shot. Can't see it. There's a freaking pole in our way, Eli. Battling in the right corner, both teams are. No one can really get possession. Michael Hage with it still. He'll lose it. Robert Morris's Michael Craig has it behind their net, and he'll just dump it out of the zone so the Colonials can get a breath here. Center ice, Henry Muse with it now on the close side. Steps over the red line, and he'll dump it in. Michigan makes a change now, gets fresh legs with 14 minutes remaining. Colonials now take it the other way as they pass it to Michael Craig, who was actively getting off the ice, so that was kind of almost a too-many-men play right there, but now in Michigan's zone they are. Fighting a pass right in front of the net. Intended for finally a shot from the point now by Japchin. He can't get anything past it either. Now Wolverines are going fast the other way. Jaden Perron with it over the blue line. It was a pass intended for Cole McKinney, a little bit to the left there, not able to get anything. Finally in front again for McKinney, unable to get a shot off, just kind of spins and whiffed on that one. Robert Morris is now going to dump it, and Luca Fantilli will collect back out to center ice. Back to Perron, who takes it over the blue line over the center. Over to the left for Cole McKinney, passes behind him. Send it back out to the point for Barnett. Barnett will just ring it around, intended for Fantilli. A couple players collide on the boards on the right side. Nobody can get possession of the puck. 13-11 remaining in this first period. Still 1-0 Colonials, winning the shot battle 5-4 as well. As Robert Morris will dump it here, Michigan regroups. Just a great performance here by the Colonials so far, Eli.
Yeah, I don't know what's playing better defense, this Pole or Robert Morris.
Josh Hernessy has it for the Wolverines and the Robert Morris end on the right side. Back to Ron Mullen on the point. Over to the left side for Tyler Duke. Takes a shot, unable to get it through there. Hits the shin of Robert Morris's Braden Rourke. And now they're going to fight over on the boards. He actually punched him in the chest, so that's going to be a penalty on Robert Morris, as Ivankovic's going to go to the bench to get an extra attacker on the delayed penalty. Bringing around his own net now is Ron Mullen. Michigan now takes it the other way, trying to get something going in this delayed penalty with the extra attacker. TJ Hughes will almost pass his own blue line, then kind of ring it around. Now he's dancing in front of the empty cage in the Michigan end. TJ Hughes gives it over to Ernessy on the right side. Across the blue line now. Off the boards, back to Hughes. Into the front, intended for Keenan Draper. Collected by Luca Primero. No shot able to get off. And now we're going to have the penalty call on Robert Morris. So Michigan's going to the power play for the first time tonight.
This is a big moment for the Wolverines. They haven't really gotten any offense, and you got to credit the Robert Morris defense. Obviously, Schenkel, part of that. But this is the time where Michigan needs to score. It feels like in this first period, it's been all Robert Morris.
Absolutely. As we get our first media timeout of the night with 12:13 remaining in this first period. Penalty is going to be again on Braden Rourke, just to emphasize that, as he had a good hit on Tyler Duke and then kind of stood over him like Allen Iverson and punched him in the chest for no reason. So that's kind of a stupid mistake to make this earlier in the game, as an unbiased reporter, sorry. If you're just joining us, 1-0 lead for the Colonials on a goal. I'm trying to remember who scored this freaking thing. My stat sheet hasn't updated, so a goal by the Colonials like 3 minutes into the game gives them a lead. And frankly, they've been playing better than Michigan. As you mentioned a couple minutes ago, you'd think Michigan would have come out with a vengeance, considering last night was not the greatest performance in the world. But Robert Morris has come out with such a feisty attitude, like they know they can beat Michigan, and now they really want to, and they're showing it. They're playing great hockey here, acting as a team. Michigan, same thing as last night. We're seeing errant passes go behind people. It's just kind of disappointing.
Yeah, it's just the growing pains of a young Michigan team, and you can't overlook opponents like Robert Morris, especially with the way their goalie and their team has been rallying around, and they've been playing incredible.
Face off to the right of Schenkel here. Michigan wins the draw. Back to Henry Muse at the top of the right circle. Over to the middle for TJ Hughes. He's in the slot. He'll slide back up to the slot. Finally take a shot from about the top of the left circle. Doesn't make it to the net. Blocked by a couple players. Makes its way back out to Muse at the top of the blue point. Over to Valdini, who takes a one-time shot right into the chest of Schenkel, so that's not going to go anywhere. Adam Valtini again with 2 goals last night. The 17-year-old He doesn't turn 18 until April 1st, old as a senior. But great performance from him last night. Going to try and get more of a team effort this night, but absolutely amazing play from the true freshman, who again is 17, playing in Big Ten hockey. Tie up on the draw to the right of Schenkel again. No one can get control of it. Finally, Michael Hage has it at the top of the point. He'll try and pass it over for Hughes. No one can really get a grab on it. Battling along the boards, both teams are. Finally, the Colonials get it, and they'll just dump it and try to kill this penalty. It has 1:25 remaining on it. Ivankovic will stop it behind the net, and will be taken the other way by Muse. Over to Hage as he crosses the center ice line. Over the blue line now into the zone. Over to Hughes on the left side. He'll pass it back to Muse at the top of the slot. Back to Hughes. Over to Hage in the left corner now. Amazing defense by the Colonials as they'll wrap him up and be able to take it the other way. Now a quick break opportunity here for Cameron Garvey. He'll get around Muse. Backhanded opportunity. Stopped, but that is going to be a hooking call on Muse. Actually going to call it a slash, not a hook. Great opportunity there for Cameron Garvey of the Robert Morris Colonials. He stopped up a little bit by Henry Muse, and now we see why, as there is going to be a slashing penalty. So we're going to go 4-on-4 for about a little under a minute here, Eli. 11:10 remaining in the period and 57 left in the penalty.
I mean, that was a good move right there by Garvey. Really just getting around Muse, forcing Muse to kind of hook him so he didn't have a one-on-one with the goalie. And Robert Morris, after giving up what wasn't the smartest penalty, makes up for it with a great defensive offensive play, and they're right back in it on 4-on-4.
Couldn't agree more, Eli. Amazing job here by this Atlantic hockey team. Robert Morris is going to win the faceoff on the new 4-on-4 play. Talon over on the left side, top of the left circle. One-time opportunity from Patrick Johnson in the middle, blocked away by Ivankovic. Great blocker save. Robert Morris is going to have to go back out to center ice now and recollect. 40 seconds left on the 4-on-4 before Robert Morris gets a man advantage here. 10:50 remaining in the period. 1-0 Robert Morris. They'll go all the way back into their own end to collect here. So they're going around the world. Finally taking up the other side now. Robert Morris takes a shot from the top of the circle with Dominic Elliott. Didn't get a whole grasp on that, kind of whiffed, and now Michigan will take it the other way. 20 seconds remaining in the 4-on-4. Cole McKinney dancing with it around in his own end. Finally, he'll fall over. Stolen by Robert Morris now, and now they're in their own corner. Big hit by Rom Mullen. No one can really get a handle on it. Switched possession 4 times in the past 2 seconds. Finally, Robert Morris gets it. Pass back out to the point. Over to Japshin on the left side. Japshin making his way towards the middle of the point. Sent up to the slot. Intended for McDonald. McDonald has it. Trying to get control of it. Has 2 Wolverines on him. Giving over to Karotris. No way I'm pronouncing that right. That's the most Greek last name I've ever heard. I apologize. Robert Morris retains possession as now they'll get their player back, so it's actually going to be a Robert Morris power play for the next 45 seconds. Sent into the zone, tripped up. No call on the play. Incidental contact as Tyler Duke's going to take it and try to clear it and rocket it right into the bench. Again, almost killing head coach Brandon Nerado. But it did not, so it will not be a penalty, and there'll be a face-off to the right of Ivankovic with 9:49 remaining.
Head coach has had his head on a swivel, but Robert Morris really, again, pushing the envelope on Michigan, testing their young players. Obviously, Tyler Duke, the seniors out there for the Wolverines, trying to bring some stability to this team. But Robert Morris, kind of surprising.
Incredibly surprising. Face-off won by Michigan, immediately cleared with 30 seconds left on the penalty kill. 9:38 remaining in the first period as Robert Morris will go the length of the ice to collect. Still in their own end, the Colonials' own end. Colonials can't get it out. Michael Felsing has it for Robert Morris. Taking up the left side, dangles through about 3 players. Amazing hip check by Barnett. Now the other way, Keenan Draper. It's going to be a foot race to who can get it. Draper will lose the foot race to Tanner Klimke of Robert Morris, and they'll take it the other way now. 5 seconds remaining in the penalty kill. As time runs out, we'll be back to even strength. As Robert Morris is going to take it over the blue line. It's going to be offsides, however. As they're going to say, Belho was close call, but either way, offsides, back to even strength with 9:08 remaining.
Asher Burnett showing us all why we love hockey. That was a huge hit over on Michigan's side of the ice, and a great job. Honestly, got rid of 2 offensive players for the Colonials, and just a big play for the Wolverines. 2
for the price of 1. You love to see it. 1-0 Robert Morris with 9 minutes exactly remaining. Robert Morris winning a shot battle 8-5 as Michigan takes it in the Robert Morris end. Shot on goal. Not a good angle there at all for Luca Fantilli, but he took the shot anyway. Puck's going to be cleared the length of the ice now for an icing, so it'll go back down to the Robert Morris end for a face-off to the right of Charlie Schenkel. Great opportunity there, but bad shot selection. That's been the story of Michigan's last game and so far the start of this game.
Yeah, there's not a lot of good angles, and you got to give credit to the Robert Morris Colonials defense. I mean, they've been on Michigan every time there's a puck in the middle. It's always batted away, and just a lot of great play from Robert Morris.
Face-off won by Ron Mullen. Back to the point. Over to Shock. Try to send it up, lose it. It's going to go right to Robert Morris right in the middle. Sends it back out to center ice. No one can get control of it, and finally Ron Mullen will get it in his own end. Michigan will go the other way now. Dakota with it over the center line. Tries to clear it in. It's going to hit the ref right in the ankle. That's going to hurt. As now Robert Morris goes the other way. Across the blue line now. Can't get anything going as they're going to lose possession of it. No one can really get a handle on it. Finally, Ryan Taylor from the Colonials has it. And the center ice shot from the point. Easily sticked away there by Ivankovic. Quick shot, but not a lot of speed on that one. Team's fighting for it. The center ice now. Taylor over the line. Looks offsides, but isn't. Finally, one-time shot over on the right side by Taylor is going to go off the side of the net. Never hit it. Robert Morris will now leave the zone and make a change as Michigan has it behind Ivankovic's cage. Ron Mullen will just sit behind as Michigan makes a change with 7:55 remaining. 1-0 Robert Morris, if you're just joining us. Shots 9-6 in favor of the Colonials as they pretty much dominated this first period. As now Michigan takes it through center ice. Pass up intended for Aiden Park. Won't ever make it to him, but now Robert Morris goes the other way. Luca Priamano with it. Go over to the right side for Johnson. Johnson back to Priamano, didn't make it, ticked away. Finally a shot from the point by Babcock. It's going to go wide of the net, and Aiden Park will collect it again for the Wolverines and take it through center ice. Stick ahead, dump and chase. Garrett Shifsky will collect it. Over to Moldenhauer at the top of the right circle. Can't get a handle on it, he'll lose it, and Robert Morris goes the other way. Dumped in now by Braden Rourke. Goal last night for Rourke for the Colonials. Sorry, not assist, I mean. He'll lose it. Aiden Park goes the other way. No team can really get control of it. Everyone's losing the puck. I feel like I'm watching mini-mites right now with just about 7 minutes remaining. Puck will trickle out to center ice as Asher Barnett will grab it and go back into his own zone so both teams can make a change. Barnett with 3 assists on the season so far. Great start for the freshman from the U.S. National Development Program as Michigan takes it into the zone now. In the right corner. Couldn't tell you who has it because there's a pole in our way, Eli. Now it'll go around the left side. Will Horkoff has it. Back to the point now. Pass to nobody behind the net. Luca Fantilli will go to collect for the Wolverines. Back out to the point for Horkoff. Dumped back into the corner. Both teams fighting for it. No one can get possession. Michael Hage has it behind the net. One-time shot, an opportunity for Luca Fantilli. Doesn't get all of that, and will go behind the net, but collected by the Wolverines. Back to Barnett up at the point. Over to Shifsky now, still behind the net in the left corner. No one can get control of it again. Story of the night so far. Jaden Perron with it on the right side behind the net. He'll lose it, and Robert Morris is just going to clear this. They don't even care about icing. They just want a breather. It'll go the length of the ice and now go all the way back down for a face-off outside of Robert Morris's goalie, Charlie Schenkel, with 6:04 remaining in this first period.
Possession of the puck for more than 3 seconds in the past about 3 minutes. I mean, it has been back and forth. Nobody really able to get a good shot. Michigan with a good shot on goal there, but once again, you got Robert Morris goalie Schenkel. He's always there.
He's absolute nails. Incredible. Face off to the right of him now. Keenan Draper to take it for the Wolverines. Tie up on the draw. Nobody can get it. Robert Morris finally has possession and takes it the other way. Pass was over to the right, intended for Krochuris. I got to find out how to pronounce that name. Shot from the top now. No one can get control of it again. Take a shot every time you hear that. 5:47 remaining this first as the puck is going to flutter out of play into the penalty box. And so 5:47 we'll get a stoppage, and not sure we'll have the face-off. We'll see in a second. I don't think they're going to call a delay game here because it wasn't intentional, but now the refs are going to take a look, I think. As we are going to get a break as both teams stop and go to the bench now. I believe they're looking at a potential delay of game, but I'm not positive. We'll let you know as soon as we find that out. It may just be a media timeout that it took the Ice Girls 20 minutes to come onto the ice, so we'll see. Well, in the meantime, while we're figuring that out, if you're just joining us again, 5:47 remaining this first period. 1-0 Robert Morris lead. Robert Morris also leads 9-7 in shots. Eli, what have you seen from the Colonials that's working so far in this first period?
It's the defense, for sure. It seems like Michigan trying to attack that middle of the ice, and that's their bread and butter, but Robert Morris, every time it seems like Michigan has a good angle, it's the puck flutters away to the corner, and the pole blocks us from seeing anything relevant. So, great play by Robert Morris defense, and they've had that one shot, that cross ice pass, and a crisp shot opportunity, and the freshman unable to save it. But the Colonials really just a great all-around first period. We'll see if they can continue as we get out of this media timeout.
Couldn't agree more. They don't call him the best color man in the Big Ten for no reason, folks.
No, they
As that was just a media timeout, so nothing's going to happen. It'll be a face-off to the right of Schenkel. 5:47 remaining. Michigan looking to tie this up before the first period. You don't want to go in down to Robert Morris in the intermission, especially after last night's performance. Face-off to be taken by T.J. Hughes. Michigan wins the face-off. Back to Ron Mullen on the right D. He'll pass it back to Valentini on the right side. He'll just ring it around. Clotheslined in the corner is T.J. Hughes, and that's going to be a Robert Morris penalty. It's a pretty cool looking play, but you really can't do that. It looks like Tanner Klimke is going to be the guilty party for the Colonials as he literally clotheslined T.J. Hughes for no reason. Pretty funny to watch, but you can't do that. They're actually going to give the penalty to number 18, Bruce McDonald. So with 5:36 remaining, Michigan will go back to the power play.
If you're going to commit a penalty, that's how you want to do it. I mean,
that's a pretty sick way to commit a penalty.
That's
cool. One of those where it's 2 minutes in the box, but you get back to the bench and all your team was like, that was pretty nice.
Yeah,
man.
yeah, and then you're in the box thinking about what you look like on television, and, you know, he's going to come out with a vengeance, I'm sure.
Michigan on the power play now. Same crew out there onto the face-off to the right. Charlie Schenkel. T.J. Hughes to take the face-off again. Won by the Wolverines. Back to Henry Muse on the right D. He'll pass it over. One-time opportunity for Michael Hage. Swallowed up by Charlie Schenkel. What a shot there from the top of the left circle for Michael Hage, but right into the pads of Schenkel. So opportunity goes to the wayside. 4 seconds only in that play, and we'll get another face-off to the left this time of Schenkel. One nothing Colonials here with 5.5 remaining. 1:56 remaining on the power play. Another face-off here, and the Robert Morris end. Tie up on the draw. Cleared immediately by Robert Morris. As it looked like Braden Rourke just absolutely slapped that thing the length of the ice, and Henry Muse will have to go collect for the Wolverines. Taking it up ice now, Michigan is. Michael Hage goes across the center ice. Over to T.J. Hughes on the right side. Back to Horkoff, as there's going to be a penalty off puck on the right side. Somebody got taken down. Was completely not involved in the play whatsoever, so.
Number 19, I think that's Hage.
It'll be against Michael Hage, who apparently passed the puck and then immediately tackled somebody. So same thing as last time. 24 seconds into this power play, Michigan commits a penalty to completely negate their own power play, and we'll play 4-on-4 hockey. Shooting themselves in the foot, they are, Eli. Michigan, anytime they get a little glimmer of hope, just seem to, with all due respect, do something dumb and commit a penalty when you're on the power play. So we're going to go 4-on-4 hockey, and we'll have a face-off to the right of Ivankovic.
And frankly, a less cool penalty. So
yeah, exactly. That's the worst part. Robert Morris is going to win that face-off too. Tanner Klimke with it for the Colonials. We'll send it back to Lund on the point. Over to Michael Craig on the right side. We'll pass it up for Flessing. Flessing will lose it. Michigan now has possession. Ron Mullen with it on the right side behind his own net. Letting his guys get up ice to take a second. Finally, Dakota will take it up his own self. Drops it at the M at center ice. Taken across the blue line now. Ben Robertson with it. In the left corner, Robertson in the Robert Morris zone. Send it back to Shifsky, but won't get there. Robert Morris now takes it the other way. Flessing with it for the Colonials. Over to Klimke. Goes across the blue line. What a move. Absolutely spun Dakota around Mullen out of his shoes. Only passed ahead, intended for Gabriel Lund. It's going to go off the back of the skate and over to the right side, and then will be pushed out by Flessing, who's accidentally going to send it back to his own end, intended for a D-man who wasn't there. Behind the net now. Finally Robert Morris loses the puck right in front of the net. Thankfully, no one was there for Michigan to take control of it, but almost a really good opportunity there. Still in the Robert Morris end. Over to Fantilli. One-time opportunity from the slot. Never makes it to the net. It was blocked away by Flessing. Michigan still with it. Over in the right corner. T.J. Hughes with it for the Wolverines. Goes up to the point. We'll send it over to Fantilli on the left side D. Fantilli wrapped up, pushed to the ground. That's going to be another penalty on Robert Morris. As again, he's just tackled on the D line. And this time everyone was watching him. He wasn't going to get away with that one. And so Tanner Klimke is going to go back to the box here as, I don't know what's going to call that, but he literally just, going to call it holding. But he literally just picked Luca Fantilli up and dropped him on the ground with the puck.
You could have had like 3 penalties there. It was the ref's choice, honestly. Yeah, Michigan maybe this time won't commit a penalty to screw up their power play, but
For 9 seconds, we'll go 4 on 3 with 3:45 remaining in this first. Still 1-0 Robert Morris. Shots now tied at 9 apiece. 9 seconds left in the Robert Morris penalty, and then we're going to get about 20-second 4 on 4 before, again, like you said, Michigan goes back in the power play. But for 9 seconds, we've got a 4 on 3. A lot of room to move out here. See if Michigan can put together maybe a scripted play as we're going to face off to the right of Charlie Schenkel. Keenan Draper's going to take it for the Wolverines. Struggled with faceoffs last night, so we'll see what he does here. Loses the faceoff. Shocker. So now Robert Morris will have to just clear it out immediately, and there goes the 4 on 3, and it'll be 4 on 4 now for about 25 seconds. Length of the ice it goes. Luca Fantilli collects it for the Wolverines behind his own net. 3:30 remaining. Fantilli across center ice now. Now across the blue line. One-man show, doing it all himself. Trying to get through the Robert Morris D. Can't. He'll try and ring it around the back of the net, but it's stopped by Michael Craig, the Robert Morris captain. And he'll send it the length of the ice. Doesn't go all the way there. Tyler Duke has it for Michigan in his own end. Back to Keenan Draper, taking it up the left side. Across the Robert Morris blue line, into the slot. Takes a shot, whiffs on it. Doesn't really get any of that as everyone else was changing, so he was by himself. Robert Morris now has it in their own end, and as they enter the penalty kill, they'll just clear it. Michigan now in the power play for the next minute 15 with 3 minutes left, but behind their own net now. Rayon Mullen with it. That'll be taken across center ice. Robert Morris steals it, immediately clears it again. Will have to be deflected by Michigan's Malcolm Spence. Now Perron over the blue line, over to the left for Aiden Park. Aiden Park falls over, tries to get it to somebody, can't. Collected by Robert Morris's John Babcock. Michigan with it still in center ice now, waiting for everyone to get over the blue line so it's not offsides. 37 seconds remaining in this power play for the Wolverines. Ron Mullen over the blue line. Send it over to the left side for Perron. Rings it around the right side. Can't see who that is. Our famous Poles in the way. It's Ben Robertson with it. Sends it back to Perron behind the net. Aiden Park over to the right. Wide open in the middle. What a deke move. Shot scored. Jaden Perron was wide open. Had the longest deke in history and just backhanded behind Charlie Schenkel to tie this game up at 1. Power play goal for the Wolverines with 2:03 remaining.
Yeah, that deke might have taken half the period. That was quite a move. But hey, if it works, it works. Schenkel's a great goalie, and I don't think he was expecting it either. So, nice backhand goal for the Wolverines, and they needed that desperately.
Like going into this intermission with 2 minutes left. But also not really Schenkel's fault. It was backdoor. He couldn't get over that fast, that far. Great opportunity. Great job for everyone involved. Jaden Perron just a little bit faster, and so he'll get his second goal of this Robert Morris series, as he had a goal last night and his third on the year.
That's going to make the locker room a little bit quieter in the intermission. But yeah, there's definitely going to be some work to be done for the Wolverines, as it's still tied. Robert Morris has shown a lot of fight in this game.
Face-off won right by Michael Hayes, and immediately takes a shot on Charlie Schenkel. It was easily blocked away, though, as he was expecting that. Robert Morris now takes it into center ice. Tripped up on the play. They're going to call that a penalty. That looked like incidental contact. Robert Morris says Jackson Reinecke went to the ground. It looks like they're going to get Asher Barnett, the Michigan defenseman, on a trip. Didn't look intentional. Wait to see a replay here. But either way, with a minute 44, Robert Morris is now going to go to the power plays. They look to get back ahead before this period ends.
Yeah, it looked like his feet kicked up a little bit, and I think that's just what the refs saw and assumed that it was a trip. From here, did it look like a trip? Maybe not, but, you got to respect the referee's decision. They're closer than us.
Face off to the left of Ivankovic here. Tie up on the draw, won by Michigan, as they'll take it to center ice now. Passed up for Ernest. He has a wide open breakaway on the net, on Schenkel. Shoots it above the glove, score! What a breakaway there for a shorthanded goal by Josh Ernest, as he just outmaneuvered every defenseman and basically just beat him in a foot race to put Michigan up 2-1 with 1:35 remaining in this first.
Well, Robert Morris played about 19 minutes of picture-perfect hockey and 1 minute of maybe forgettable hockey. And Michigan taking advantage of that twice, and the shorthanded goal, just honestly incredible.
Yeah, an amazing job by Josh Ernest to get his third goal of the season. The minute 30 remaining on the penalty kill. Shorthanded goal there by Ernest. as Robert Morris wins the faceoff to start the last 90 seconds. 2-1 Michigan here. Robert Morris over center ice. Klimke with it. Sent it to the center for McDonald. He'll lose possession of it. Behind the net now. Sent to the front, intended for Garvey. Back to the point. He'll send it for Belho. Belho steps in, cross ice. Back to the point. Takes a shot. Didn't get all of that. With Michael Craig. No one can get possession of it. Finally able to be sent back out. Intended for Garrett Shipsky. Michigan had a player wide open. There's a little too far ahead of him. Unable to get that. It would have been another breakaway as we're under a minute to go. Kempke over the blue line now for Robert Morris. Over to Craig. On the right side he is of the D. Now to Cameron Garvey in the corner. Back to Craig on the right point. Over to Felsing on the left side. He'll step in. Pass back to Kempke. On the left side boards Hatchmark. He'll take a shot from there. It goes right into the pads of Ivankovic. Not a great look, but he'll take it anyway. As we have a stoppage with 33.5 seconds remaining. 2-1 Michigan lead. 49 seconds remaining on the Robert Morris power play.
I mean, it's almost as if Michigan players are turning invisible after they get past the mid-ice. I mean, Shipsky, just a little bit off on the pass. He was wide open, and Robert Morris just trying to get out of this period, only down 2-1.
Michigan wins the faceoff. Send up for Keenan Draper. He goes across the blue line on the left side. Looking to get another goal here. Passing aside for Ernest. Was tied up and couldn't get a stick on that. Robert Morris now takes it the other way with 20 seconds remaining. In center ice. Now they'll creep back into their own end, regroup for a second to get one last rush here with 12 remaining. Over the blue line, McDonald is for the Colonials. He'll send it in front of the net. Tipped away there by Tyler Duke. Great job. He had a player wide open. McDonald on the left side here. 3 seconds left. Back to the point. It'll fall out of the zone, and that'll end the period. Elliott couldn't keep a hold on it. And so at the end of the first, Michigan leads 2-1. After, like you said, Robert Morris played about 19 minutes of great hockey. Michigan's goals are actually going to credit that first goal now to Valentini. So Adam Valentini is going to get his third goal of the season and third of this series as well. Second goal still goes to Josh Ernest on the amazing breakaway. Robert Morris's goal scored by Ryan Taylor to put them up 1-0, but then Michigan bounced back with two of their own. 2-1 Wolverines. They also lead the shot battle now 12-10. When we come back, they'll have 16 seconds of power play remaining, the Colonials will. What's your take, Eli? What did you see from both squads? What did you like from Robert Morris, and what did you also like from Michigan's recovery there?
Well, I will start with Robert Morris because the game started with Robert Morris. It was, dare I say, dominance. It was dominance from the Robert Morris Colonials. I mean, they were just on Michigan's side of the ice. Michigan looked bewildered that
vocab word.
And yeah, I know, I've read my dictionary. But yeah, Robert Morris just incredibly stout on both the offense and the defensive side of the ice, while Michigan, although it looked shaky, it looked really shaky the first half. They settled in, a young team, you know, they were really giddy. I think they were trying to get Robert Morris back for that close game, and they were just too aggressive almost at first, and then they kind of chilled out, and they got a couple breakaways, and now I feel like they're more into the game than they ever were. But they got to continue in the second. If they like blink for 1 second, Robert Morris can make this a 3-2 game easily with what they've been showing us.
I couldn't agree more. Great analysis. Again, this is WCBN Sports. I'm Zach Warshaw alongside Eli Mayhew. At the end of the first, 2-1 Michigan lead. We'll be back with you in about 8 to 9 minutes as we start the second period. We'll be right back. Thank you for listening to WCBN. Welcome back to WCBN's coverage of Michigan hockey against the Robert Morris Colonials. I'm Zach Warshaw alongside Eli Mayhew. As we welcome the players back to the ice for the second period, we welcome you back as well. Michigan with a 2-1 lead after one, with both goals coming in the last 2 minutes. Michigan also leading the shot battle 12-10. However, Robert Morris is going to start the second period with 16 seconds left on the power play after the roughing call to Asher Barnett. Eli, if you're Robert Morris, what are you looking to come out in this second period just to get back in this? What are you looking for from the squad?
I'm thinking you do what you did for in the start of the first period. You let the defense turn into offense. Their defense has been stout when they focus on it. When they try to get too aggressive and go to Michigan's goal, that's when mistakes happen. That's when people get behind, and that's when Michigan gets on one-on-ones. And as good as Schenkel is, when you're one-on-one with a Division I hockey player, it doesn't usually go very well for the goalie. Absolutely,
as we saw in that goal by Josh Ernest. Great opportunity there, just absolute backhanded. And then the other goal for Michigan, of course, from Valentini. Robert Morris's goal scorer again was Ryan Taylor. So on the opposite side, what are you looking from can't speak English. What are you looking for from Michigan to extend this lead and not fall back into Robert Morris's grasp?
Don't get too aggressive. Don't let Robert Morris get on like a 3-on-2 opportunity. That's how they scored the first goal. Don't let them get numbers. If we have the same, or not we, Michigan have the same numbers as Robert Morris, you got to trust your players to honestly outplay Robert Morris in that regard. But if you let Robert Morris have numbers, they will make you pay. And as good as our freshman goalie is, Ivan Kovic, he can't do everything for us. And, you know, Robert Morris, not a pushover. They've shown it time and time again. And that Gatorade bottle is flying down the ice. Yeah.
No, Robert Morris is absolutely a formidable opponent. It's not a tune-up game necessarily or anything anymore at this point, as they've now, through over half of this series and now halfway through the second game, have shown they can compete in Big Ten hockey. So very good job by the Colonials. As we get ready to start this second period, teams are going to flip-flop, so Michigan now going from right to left, and now Robert Morris from left to right. As Keenan Draper encroaches in to take the face-off against Dario Belho of the Colonials. Second period action, here we go. 16 seconds left on the penalty for Robert Morris's power play. Face-off won by Michigan. Back to Luca Fantilli, who's immediately just going to clear it. It'll go back into the Robert Morris end. Can be collected by Craig. Over to the other side for Klimke. Back to Craig on the right side. He'll take it up now. His penalty is going to expire, so now full strength. Robert Morris did absolutely nothing with that 16 seconds, just sat back in their own zone. 5-on-5 hockey now, 20 seconds in. Puck in the neutral zone. No one can really get control of it. Keenan Draper is going to seal it away from Michigan. He'll cross the Robert Morris blue line. Try to pass it over to Josh Ernest, lose control of it. It'll go back to center ice, but still corralled by the Wolverines. Now Luca Fantilli will just dump it in as Michigan makes their first change of the period. Sent up for Robert Morris. Intended for Felsing. He's going to deflect it off his stick accidentally. It'll go behind the net. Collected by Rom Mullen of Michigan. Couple players collide now in the back. Michigan still with possession of it. They'll take it the other way. Nick Moldenhauer across the Robert Morris blue line. Over to TJ Hughes on the left side. Send it to the center ice. Intended for Rom Mullen. Couldn't get all of that. Still collected by Michigan. TJ Hughes trying to get around the defense. Up to the point now in center ice of the Big Ten logo. Takes a shot on net, just spinning around. Couldn't get all the way there. It'll be on the left side now. Tripped up as a Robert Morris player. Incidental contact. No call on the play. TJ Hughes with it for Michigan right at the M at center ice. Back to Moldenhauer on the far side. He'll enter the zone. In the right corner now. Players collide. Behind the net now. Valentini. Back to Hughes. He'll go up on the right hash mark against the boards. Over the point. Will drop pass it for Moldenhauer at the hash mark. Try to give it back to Hughes. Bottom of the circle. Shot right into the chest of Schenkel, and he'll easily cover that up with 18:28 remaining in this second. First shot of the period. Great look there from TJ Hughes.
Yeah, Keenan Draper's well-known struggles on the face-off did not happen there. He start the period off with a big face-off win, kills Robert Morris's penalty, and Michigan's got the puck now in Robert Morris's area.
Face-off to the right of Schenkel, won by Robert Morris. He'll take it up to close side. Taylor will send it over to McDonald. Still across the blue line. Takes a shot right inside the zone. Tried to be gloved away. Unable to catch it as Ivankovic, but it'll roll out to center ice now. And Robert Morris will have to go collect. Back into their own zone now. They're going to take it all the way back. Japchen with it. Send it up the far side. Robert Morris now across the Michigan blue line. over to the middle. Spinning shot attempt by Max Wattville, unable to get through. Hit the skate of it looked like Henry Muse. Robert Morris still with it behind the net. Pass intended in the front for Robert Morris player. Couldn't get it. Now Michigan takes it the other way. Garrett Shifsky over the blue line on the left side. He'll pass it in the middle to nobody. McDonald's going to take it for Robert Morris, and he'll just clear it the length of the ice. It'll be a foot race, and it's going to be icing as Asher Barnett for the Wolverines beat both Robert Morris players. Racing for the puck. 17:40 remaining in the second. 2-1 Michigan if you're just joining us. Michigan leading the shot battle 13-11 as we go back to Robert Morris's end for a faceoff.
Well, I mean, Robert Morris, I said at the break, Robert Morris needs to play defense before they start playing offense, and that's what they're doing right now. They're throwing Michigan off a little bit. Michigan a couple good shot opportunities, but they did not.
Michigan wins the faceoff. Immediate shot by Will Horkoff. Sorry to cut you off, Eli.
Oh, you're good.
Shot from the top of the circle immediately after the faceoff. Just went a little over the blocker's side. Shot on goal, but not a great one. Will Horkoff still with the puck behind the Robert Morris end. He'll be taken down. Battling between two Colonials to try to keep the puck. Michigan somehow retains possession of it. Cole McKinney is going to send it back to the point for Fantilli. Fantilli on the left side. Back to Horkoff for a shot from the very corner of the point. Doesn't make it all the way to the net. Goes wide after blocking a few players. Robert Morris sends it behind their own net to back to Japchen. Backhanded pass intended to go out net, but it's unable to. Still in the Robert Morris zone is what I'm trying to say. Is the Colonials take it the other way. They'll step across the red line and dump it and change. Barnett goes and collects it for the Wolverines. He'll send it up. Intended for Horkoff. A little too much on that. It'll go all the way the length of the ice. No icing as it was touched after the center ice line. Josh Ernestine in the left-hand quarter. A couple players collide, looking for it. No one can get possession. Finally, Robert Morris is just going to send this out. May go the length of the ice. It's going to go right into Ivankovic's pad, so no icing on that one. Great job by Robert Morris to just clear it. Back to Ernestine at center ice. Passes to Draper, who goes over the blue line. Aiden Park, however, on the close side was just a foot too fast, and that's going to be an offsides call with 16:30 remaining. So far, just to echo what you said earlier, great job by Robert Morris playing defense so far in the second period. Again, not enough credit can be given to Charlie Schenkel. True freshman for Robert Morris out of the OHL. He played for the Kingston Frontenacs last year. Kind of insane this guy's not drafted even in a late round as Michigan wins the faceoff in the center ice zone. Sent in by Tyler Duke as it'll ring around the back of the net to the right side. Moldenhauer didn't know it was behind him. Finally tried to enter the zone but lose it. Craig for Robert Morris now has it. He tries to clear and can't get hold of it. No one can get control of the puck. To Moldenhauer in front. Over to Valentini. He'll take a shot right in front of the net. It goes wide. Can't get control of the puck, and Robert Morris is going to take. Great opportunity by Valentini. Couldn't capitalize on it. Just kind of shocked to find himself right there, it looked like. Michigan now sends it the length of the ice. They're going to say it didn't touch anyone, so that's going to be an icing call. With 16:01 left, we'll go all the way down for a face-off to the right of Jack Ivankovic.
Yeah, you got a guy in Schenkel who hasn't been drafted, true freshman, coming into a hostile environment in Yost, starting 2 straight games against the Wolverines, and quite frankly he's been nasty, and you got to. He's definitely going to get some looks after this series.
Yeah, also we should mention, the dude is 6'6". How is this guy not getting a look at? He's definitely going to after this season for sure, as Robert Morris wins the faceoff to the left of Ivankovic. Sent around the back of the net. Belho will get it for the Colonials. Loses possession of the puck. Michigan will now take it the other way as they just kind of dump it to center ice. Pass caught by Moldenhauer and thrown to the ice like we're playing baseball now. Looked like Bryce Underwood throwing to Samaj right there. He got it, but he's going to lose the puck in the Robert Morris end. Battling for it now is still Nick Moldenhauer. He's going to be tied up with John Babcock behind the net. And finally, Robert Morris is going to clear it. Won't go the length of the ice, so no icing, but Robert Morris will be able to make a change. 2-1 lead for Michigan with 15:25 remaining in the second period as they take it over the center ice line. A couple players lose it. No one in possession with it. Kind of just pass it to nobody. Not going to lie, Garrett Shifsky did. Finally, Schock has it in the center ice zone. Sent over to Michael Hage on the right circle dot. He'll pass it back door. Intended for Malcolm Spence. Unable to get a handle on that. Still retained by Michigan, though. Patterson over to the right-hand side for Shifsky. Shifsky back to Robertson on the right D, Back to Shifsky behind the net as it's dumped in. On the left side now, Drew Schlock. He'll go behind the net, looking for anyone open. Can't find anyone. Finally, will attempt a pass. Looked like it was intended for Spence. Going to be tipped and hit the very top of the glass and then just falls to the other side. So that's going to go out of play. And we'll get a face-off to the right, left of Charlie Schenkel with 14:46 remaining in the second period.
Yeah, great mom instincts by the woman in the yellow right there, saving her kid from a puck hit. But in all seriousness, yeah, Michigan has been on the offensive this second period, and they're looking to score here.
Tie up on the draw, face-off won by Michigan. Will Horkoff takes another immediate shot off the face-off, never made it to the net. It was blocked by a couple players. That's a huge hit behind the net now. Take a seat, Greg Japchen, of Robert Morris. It's finally Robert Morris is now going to take it very fast the other way. Bruce McDonald going around a couple players. He'll ring around the net. Wrap-around opportunity. Didn't get all of that as it went over the front of the crease. Unable to angle that correctly as now Michigan takes it the other way. Across the blue line now. Perron has it. Takes a shot that's so high it's probably in Tennessee at this point. Never made it to the net. 14:14 remaining in the second period. Is going to go all the way down the length of the ice. Michigan will have to regroup as Robert Morris makes a change. In their own end, Michigan are trying to get control of this puck. Finally, Will Horkoff will take it into the center ice zone. Across the red line. He'll dump it in as Michigan makes a change. He'll be the only one to chase. Will Horkoff versus 4 Robert Morris Colonials. He might need some help there. Somehow gets it back to Shifsky. Back to Michael Hage now at the top of the circle. Hage falls down. No trip on that play. Shifsky with that on the right side boards. Back to the point for Fantilli. He'll take a wrist shot from the Big Ten logo. Now to center ice now. Shifsky takes a shot. Wide left. Never made it to the net. Michael Hage with it back to Shifsky. Left side boards now. Back to Tyler Duke at the point on the left side. Him and Shifsky right next to each other. He'll just drop it for Garrett. Sends it over to the right side now for Fantilli. Tried to pass it over for Tyler Duke. Was blocked away. It'll flutter into the corner as both players now fight for it. Tyler Duke with it at the bottom of the left circle. Back to the point for Luca Fantilli. He'll drop it for Tyler Duke at the Big Ten logo. Takes a wrist shot. Again, didn't make it to the net. Too many players in front. Great offensive possession by Michigan here. 13:08 remaining. Back to Shifsky. Tough shot off the post from the right circle. Collected by Fantilli. One-timer opportunity again by Garrett Shifsky. That's wrapped up by Charlie Schenkel, and now we're going to get some pushing and shoving. Oh, my God. What an offensive possession there from Michigan, and especially Garrett Shifsky, who had about 6 shots in the span of 30 seconds.
Yep.
Eli, say something. Got to take a breath.
Yeah, well, you said it all. Shot after shot after shot, and Schenkel after Schenkel after Schenkel. Save after save after save from the 6'6" freshman. I mean, you can't say enough good things about this guy, and Shifsky had his lion's share of the shots right there. I mean, it was like shooting practice, and just off
shooting gallery.
Post. Yeah, just off the post.
Face off to the right of the GOAT, Charlie Schenkel, right now, won by Michigan. Ron Mullen with the top left circle. He'll ring around, take a shot, wrapped up by Schenkel. Shocker is now a Michigan player inside of his net is going to have to be taken out. That's Keenan Draper. 12:57 remaining in the second period. We're going to maybe get immediate timeout. I've never seen them come out of the Zamboni entrance more shy like that. So, yeah, we will get immediate timeout with 12:57 remaining in this second period. 2-1 Michigan lead, now leading the shot battle 17-11. Interesting dynamic we've seen here, Eli, in the second period, where Michigan has possession of it most of the time, but Robert Morris is playing outstanding defense, obviously highlighted by everyone's best friend, Charlie Schenkel, who we've now talked about 1,000 times, Kingston Frontenac, who now plays for Robert Morris. What do you think Robert Morris needs to do to both continue their great defense, but also maybe step up on the offensive presence?
Yeah, he's everybody's best friend, and honestly, you give Charlie Schenkel as much help as you can. He might be everybody's best friend, but he's Garrett Shifsky's worst nightmare right now. I mean, he's had shot after shot, and just that big 6'6" frame has continued to get in the way of that goal. And honestly, you might want to see Robert Morris get a little bit on the attack, but you see, when they've gotten aggressive, Michigan's gotten behind them, so you can't blame them for playing passive.
Oh, absolutely not. Players will go back to the face-off dot. Face-off will be to the right of Charlie Schenkel. 12:57 remaining in the second. If you're just joining us, I'm Zach Warshaw alongside Eli Mayhew for WCBN's coverage of number 4 Michigan, I can't count, versus Robert Morris Colonials. 2-1 Michigan lead as they win the face-off. Back to Ron Mullen, top of the point. He'll take a shot deflected by Ernest, and it'll go in the 5-hole of Schenkel for Michigan to take a 3-1 lead.
Well, I was just talking about him, Schenkel. And that was just you can't do much about that. That's a tip puck. That puck could have gone anywhere, and it just found itself in the back of the net. And Michigan takes a 3-1 lead.
Absolutely disgusting tip from Josh Ernestey, who took that from about shoulder height to down on the ice. Like you just said, not to repeat you, but nothing Charlie Schenkel could have done, just absolutely deflected 5-hole as he was already standing up because the puck was so high it probably could ride a roller coaster at Six Flags. As Michigan's going to win the faceoff here as they take a 3-1 lead. Sent into the zone by Keenan Draper. He'll chase alongside somebody. I can't see it. Henry Muse, it looks like. Over to the left for Robertson on the right D. Robertson will take a shot again, deflected. Not enough power on that by Keenan Draper. It was going about 5 miles an hour. And Robert Morris will just send it out. Michigan will collect, though. 12:25 remaining in the second period. Shots in favor of Michigan 19-11 as Robert Morris has yet to record a shot here in the second period. Robertson crosses over the center ice line. He'll just dump it in as Michigan makes a change. He'll be collected in the back by Gabriel Lund of the Robert Morris Colonials. He'll send it over to Craig on the right side. Over to McDonald. He'll try to dump it in. Robert Morris now makes a change. Michigan will collect in their own zone as we're under 12 to play. Robert Morris somehow keeps it in Michigan's zone. Now they're going to lose it. Second I say something, go figure. Taken across center ice by the Wolverines. Moldenhauer on the left side. Sent it in the middle for TJ Hughes. He makes a move, tries to get around the defense. Nothing going. Great defensive play there by Robert Morris. Especially looks like Dominic Elliott on that. Michigan now trying to recollect. Puck in center ice, changes possession a few times. Great big hit by Nick Moldenhauer to get rid of the possession there. Still no one can get it though. Robert Morris now finally has it. They'll send it over the blue line. Over for Taylor on the right. He'll take a shot. Doesn't make it to the net. Deflected wide. Great job by Tyler Duke there. Michigan now takes it across the red line. They'll dump it in. Big hit on the right side from George Crotyrus. I don't know. That guy for Robert Morris.
Yeah.
They'll take it the other way now. Greg Japchen with it. He'll send it around the net and then go collect his own pass. Greg Japchen for a defenseman is very fast. And center ice back now it is. I don't know why I said that like Yoda. Tyler Duke over the blue line. Over to the right for Perron. Back on the far side for Cole McKinney. He loses control of it. Top of the left circle, trying to get something going. He'll just drop it for Will Horkoff now on the left hash. Horkoff into the corner. Ringing around for Tyler Duke. He can't get to the boards fast enough, and he'll go the length of the ice as Robert Morris makes a change with 10:35 remaining. Taking their time in their own end. Finally entering the neutral zone now is Michael Hage in the Wolverines. He'll pass it up to Will Horkoff in the top of the right circle. Horkoff stops, takes a look around, and finally dump it in backhanded. Got by Ron Mullen. Over to the other side for Schlock on the left D. He'll take a wrister. Never made it to the net. It was blocked by about 3 Colonials there. Back to Schlock at the left D. For McKinney. He'll try to backhand it to the middle for Will Horkoff. Will never make it there. It'll be stolen away by Robert Morris. He'll take it the other way with Wilson. Across the blue line in Michigan zone. Has a player in front of the net. Pass taking a shot. Nothing going there. Was blocked away. Shot was taken by Ryan Taylor, looking for his second goal of the night. Finally, another wrist shot from the point by Craig. No one made it all the way to the net, but it was just a flutter on the ground, so easily blocked away by Ivankovic. But Robert Morris gets the first 2 shots of the second period as now Michigan has it in the Colonial end. Michael Hage, backhanded for Shifsky. Back to Hage. In the slot the puck is. No one really has it. Finally poked ahead by Robertson, but it's going to go right to Robert Morris as they take it the other way. Across the blue line now. Benning with it. He'll lose it. Michigan now takes it the other way. No one can get control of it. Shifsky over the blue line in the Robert Morris end. He'll drop it for Hage. Rings around, takes a shot, right blocked away by Schenkel. It'll pop out and be collected by the Colonials and go the other way with Rourke. Rourke over the Michigan blue line. Barrett able to steal it. Pass ahead. Spences it. Drop pass for Michael Hage on the top of the left circle. Over the right side. Shot! Blocked away by Schenkel. Wasn't covered. They're going to blow it anyway. That was Garrett Shifsky on the one-timer opportunity from the top of the right circle. Popped out of Charlie Schenkel's glove. Wasn't able to completely corral that. Maybe a quick whistle. Maybe the net came off the peg for a second. Maybe we're going to get a penalty. I think we're actually going to get a penalty. That's why they called it.
Wow.
I'm not sure what Garrett Shifsky did while shooting the puck to get a penalty, but with 9:03 remaining in the second period, he's going to go to the box.
Yeah, Robert Morris.
They're going to call a slash here on Garrett Shifsky as Robert Morris is going to go to the power play.
Yeah, there was a lot of action going on that side of the ice. Great saves by Shefke, of course. The only thing more consistent than him is this pole being in my face. Haven't been able to see any shot, those 2 shots on goal from the Colonials in this period. But, yeah, the Colonials, big power play here.
Face off to the left of Ivankovic. 9:03 remaining. 3-1 lead Michigan as they go to the penalty kill. Face off won by the Colonials. Back to Craig at the left D. He'll pass it ahead. He'll go right back to Craig. Over to the right side for Fleming. Over to the left side, intended for Klimke. Was never able to get there. To go behind the net. Collected by Robert Morris. They still have it. Back to Craig at the top of the slot. Takes a shot. Blocked away by Ernest. Went off his calf. Unable to make it to the net. Robert Morris still with possession of it. Craig with on the left D. He'll throw it ahead for Klimke. Back to Craig. Craig is the entire defense for Robert Morris right now. Over to Klimke on the left circle. Back to who else? Craig. Michael Craig, the captain for this Colonial team. Also only guy who holds the puck when they're on offense, clearly. Still has the puck. Finally lost. Taken by Michigan the other way. They're not going to dump it. They're going to take it all the way up. Across the blue line is Josh Ernest. Wrapped up, and the rest of the Wolverines are going to make a change. So Josh is going to be trapped in the corner by 4 Colonials. He's going to try and leave it there for a second, so to give everyone a chance to get fresh legs. He's taken down in the back of the ice. No call there. He's a little upset about something. As Robert Morris now takes it across the Michigan blue line. 8 minutes remaining, 55 in the power play for Robert Morris. Nick Moldenhauer with it. He'll cross the Robert Morris blue line. Wraparound opportunity. Put it in front of the net. Nobody's there. Cole McKinney fell to his knees, or else he would have had possibly a chance. As Robert Morris now holds it behind their net with Dominic Elliott. Sophomore from Allendale, Michigan. Played in the Knoll for Oklahoma Warriors. I love Knoll players. They're absolutely great, especially the Knoll South. My brother played for the El Paso Rhinos, so I always love when a Knoll South guy gets some D1 opportunity.
What a pull.
7:28 remaining in the second period. 23 remaining in the power play. Robert Morris takes it over the blue line, immediately loses it, as Josh Barnett is going to now fire it away. Kept in the zone, though, is a huge hit by Moldenhauer as he absolutely creamed Jackson Reinecke on the right side. 7:15 remaining. Back to Elliott at the blue line. Sent a backdoor shot opportunity from Reinecke, and he's going to put it in as he had all day a police escort, his own zip code, whatever euphemism you want to use. And he's going to put it in to bring Robert Morris back within 1. It's going to be a 3-2.
I mean, that was just that was an own goal right there. They had a great shot on goal, great save, but then, our stick got in our own way, and, one of the better shots all night from the Wolverines on their own goal.
So, yeah, upon the pole was a little bit in the way. Upon the replay, shot was taken by Reinecke, but actually went off of Ivankovic, then went off of, it looks like Asher Barnett's shin. And so it's going to technically be an own goal. It'll be awarded to Reinecke, but that's an own goal right there. So, Again, Michigan is their own biggest enemy, as now they're scoring on themselves, unintentionally, obviously, as they win the face-off as we start back up with 7 minutes remaining. 3-2 Michigan. Schlock's going to take it in the zone. Tried to wrap it towards the front of the net. Nothing going. Puck's just sitting behind the net. Finally collected by Colonials. Rourke will take it the other way for Robert Morris. He'll just dump it in the second they cross the red line. Rings around the back of the net. Schlock goes back to pick it up for the Wolverines. Shot still in favor of Michigan, 22-15, but now Robert Morris has life. Stolen away, kept in by Luca Primorano of the Colonials. It's behind the net. No one really has possession of it. The worst angle shot I've ever seen by somebody behind the pole, Patrick Johnson. Somehow that shot counts as a shot on net. I don't even know. He shot it from behind the red line. As puck's in the center ice now. Hughes takes it over the line for Michigan. However, they're going to call an offsides on the play. Now we're going to have a fight over in the left-hand corner between Hughes and Johnson of Patrick Johnson of the Colonials. Refs will break it up. 6:17 remaining in this second period. 3-2 Michigan lead over Robert Morris. Again, if you're just joining us, I am Zach Warshaw alongside Eli Mayhew for WCBN's coverage of Michigan hockey. Michigan leading the shot battle 22-17. Robert Morris catching up fast. Now we're going to get a media timeout 13 minutes after the play ended.
Yeah, really should be.
Oh, hold on a second, Eli. They're actually going to give a penalty here to both players? Question mark? Yeah, so both players are going to get offsetting penalties. Unsure if it's going to be a 4-on-4 or they're going to be offsetting like I just said, so it'll be a 5-on-5. I'll let you know when we get back to play. But either way, we're going to get Patrick Johnson and TJ Hughes, so those guys will be gone for 2 minutes. Which, in all honesty, Patrick Johnson's a fourth liner for Robert Morris, so not the biggest loss for them. However, TJ Hughes obviously starting center for Michigan. So to lose him for 2 minutes on something just like some extracurricular stuff after the play is quite unfortunate. But during this media timeout, what do you like from Robert Morris that's got them back into this game? What do you think Michigan needs to do to stop them from tying this up?
Well, Michigan's gotten Robert Morris back in this game. They have been committing, quite frankly, stupid penalties. I mean, there's been too many penalties on the Wolverines side, and Robert Morris has been taking advantage of them. However, Michigan's best offense comes when they're down a man. Robert Morris tends to get a little too aggressive, and we've seen multiple opportunities where Michigan has gotten out on a 4-on-5, and they've made it the numbers towards Michigan. It's been 2-on-1. So, honestly, maybe the less players Michigan has, the better their offense is. It's a weird day today.
Very weird. Both players are going to get 2 for roughing. They're not going to be offsetting, so we're going to play a little 4-on-4 for 2 minutes here. A little room for the boys to move with 6:17 remaining. Face-off won by Michigan in the neutral zone, immediately sent into Robert Morris end. Will Horkoff on the top of the right circle with it. Has nobody open. He'll try to get around. Finally, he'll drop it for Henry Muse. Muse, top of the right circle as well. Everyone's just playing kind of a polka dance right now. No one getting open. Finally, he'll move over to the left side D. Over to Tyler Duke. Drop for Horkoff. Steps in. Left circle. Shot. Right corner. Score. What an absolute snipe by Will Horkoff to just put it past Charlie Schenkel. Couldn't have placed any better if he walked up and threw it in himself to give Michigan a 2-goal advantage again at 4-2 with 5:54 remaining.
We've seen this score before, but Michigan, that was a great move by Horkoff. I mean, that was almost like Kyrie Irving in an ISO. That was Coke butter cheese right up to the top left corner.
He just stepped in, picked his location, and absolutely sniped it. That was absolutely nails. As Michigan, like we just said, will go back up 4-2. Even strength goal of 4-4, so both players still with 1:35 remaining in their respective penalties. As the face-off at center ice is won by the Wolverines, they'll try to go again. As I say that, they go back into their own end to try and regroup. Behind the net is Rom Mullen. He'll finally take it up ice. Over to Perron, who crosses the Robert Morris blue line. Creeps into the middle, over to the right side, right hash mark, sent for Eden Draper. It'll just bounce off of him and go into the net for a goal. They don't ask how, they ask how many, and that's going to be Michigan's 5th on the night, as it just kind of weirdly bounced off Keenan Draper's stick and into the net, so he'll get credit for that, and he didn't even have to do anything.
I mean, you know what? What works, works, and that puck went in the net. So you can't really say much else about that goal other than that was just unfortunate. Robert Morris, you kind of got to feel bad for him. They're kind of unraveling here late in the second. You'd hope they regroup, but Michigan playing with supreme confidence now.
Michigan wins the face-off at center ice. 5:20 remaining in the second period. Michigan now with a 5-2 lead. They'll take it through center ice. We thank you for listening to WCBN's hockey coverage on the night. If you've hopped over from the University of Michigan basketball team getting housed by Cincinnati in the exhibition match over at Chrysler across the street. 5 minutes remaining now as Michigan takes it across the Robert Morris blue line. Michael Hage loses the puck, which is such a rare thing to see. Fantilli collects it, though, so they'll retain possession. Skating backwards across the blue line. We'll give it to Schlock in the Big Ten logo. Steps in the top of the left circle, takes a shot. It's going to be deflected off of the stick of Ryan Taylor of Robert Morris and go out of play. On a night where WCBN has got 3 streams rolling with hockey, basketball, and men's soccer, we thank you for choosing hockey. I think we're the best option. Not gonna lie.
I mean, that can't be denied, honestly.
I'm not biased at all.
We're spanked in basketball. We're winning in hockey. Soccer, I mean, come on. We're playing some puck here, and we're having a good time.
It's a great night for sport in Ann Arbor. Face-off to the left of Charlie Schenkel will be taken by Nick Moldenhauer. Tie up on the draw. 30 seconds remaining in both teams' respective penalties. 4:45 remaining in the period. Robert Morris finally get possession. He'll take it out to center ice. Taking across the center ice line, now across the blue line. Tanner Klimke with it. Send it back to Elliott at the blue line. Back to Klimke. He'll go to Big Ten logo. He'll drop it for Babcock in the top of the right circle. Takes a shot, goes wide right, never makes it to the net. It'll be collected by Henry Muse of Michigan behind their own net as Robert Morris makes a change. Henry Muse passes it in front of his own net, which is the number one thing you should never do. Can't believe a D1 player is actually doing that right now. Michigan has it in their own zone still. Muse over to Duke. We passed ahead for TJ Hughes. Can't get control of it. It'll go into the Robert Morris zone, and he'll have to chase. Robert Morris gains possession of it. They'll take it the other way now with Felsing across the blue line. Sends it far side to Max Wattville. Wattville, bottom of the left circle. Spins around, looking to pass it. No one there. Finally, Michigan steals it, and they'll take it through center ice. 3:50 remaining in the second period. Both teams back to 5-on-5. Across the blue line now. Nick Moldenhauer in the top left circle. Through the legs, past to nobody, and so it was really cool, but no one was there to collect it as the puck will go back out to center ice. Now taken across the zone by Primerano for Robert Morris. Tries to get a shot and unable to get it through Ron Mullen's legs. 3:30 remaining in the second. Robert Morris still within the Michigan zone. Craig with it at the top of the right circle. He'll take a snapshot, goes above the net. Unable to be corralled on the other side, and it'll go the full length of the ice as J.R. Ashmead couldn't get it for the Colonials, and they'll have to regroup, and Michigan's able to make a change. Apparently to Bork on the right side. He'll take a shot from the top of the right circle. Blocked away and goes out of play off of the blocker of Ivankovic. So we're going to stoppage with 3:12 remaining, 5-2 lead for Michigan, also leading the shots 24-19. As we're going to have a little pushing and shoving after as tempers seem to be rising here towards the end of the second, Eli.
Yeah, full disclosure with you, I don't have a take for this one. I was looking at the dessert over in the press box, but
what
it seems like, I don't know, but it looks very good, and I will be getting it in the intermission. But, you know, it seems like Michigan's winning, Robert Morris is losing, and nothing's really changed since I took my focus off, and Robert Morris has a face-off in Michigan's end.
3:12 remaining. Face-off to the right of Ivankovic is won by Michigan, and they'll clear it. Will Horkoff takes it across. He'll beat a defenseman. Try to get around him. Tries to put a 5-hole. No, nothing there. He'll go behind the net now, and he collects it himself. Horkoff behind the net. He'll send it back to Schlock on the right D. Over to Fantilli on the left side. Steps up. Left circle. Takes a shot. Gloved away by Charlie Schenkel as he just caught that like he was a first baseman for the Dodgers, who were just absolutely kicking the crap out of Milwaukee. So with 2:53 remaining in the second, still 5-2 Michigan. We're going to get a breather. Both teams going to make a change. It'll be a face-off to the left of Charlie Schenkel when we come back. Salary cap in baseball. Your thoughts?
The salary cap on baseball. I think, as a Mets fan, I think we should keep it exactly the way it is.
Oh, man, I don't want to hear it. I'm sorry I asked you anything. Face-off won by Michigan. Sent in the zone behind the net by Muse. Two Colonials there. Cole McKinney's going to try and get it. They're going to be unable to. Now it's going to be sent the length of the ice. Unless it hits Ivankovic. It's going to, so it's not going to be icing, and Michigan will have to go all the way and collect. Robertson with it now. Puck in the center ice. No one can get possession of it. Michigan attempts to send it in the zone. Blocked away by the foot of Craig. Now Elliott will have it for the Colonials. Sends it ahead for Garvey. Back into the middle for Babcock. Babcock takes it over the blue line. In the right corner now of Michigan's end. They'll lose possession of it. Ben Robertson will take it the other way for Michigan. Sends it ahead through center ice. Given to Muse. Over to Spence. Top left circle. Shot blocked away by Elliott. Sacrificing his body and his calf there to block that shot. It's going to go out of play. Great catch there by the fan. Absolutely amazing. So with 2:11 left, we're going to have another face-off to the left of everyone's best friend, Charlie Schenkel. 5-2 lead Michigan if you're just joining us.
The fans have had very good hands today. I've seen multiple catches in the crowd of hockey pucks. And this one's kind of running out of steam here for Robert Morris. They really need this period to end.
They really do. They're clearly gassed. Spence to take this face-off for the Wolverines. Malcolm Spence, the freshman from Mississauga, Ontario. Erie Otter last year. 6'1" freshman. He's actually been thrown out, so Michael Hage, the GOAT, Montreal Canadiens draft pick, is going to take this instead. I jinxed him as he immediately loses the face-off. Robert Morris will now take it the other way with just above 2 remaining. Cross center ice now is Felsing. He'll take it over the blue line for the Colonials. Tried to go around Tyler Duke, was unable to be too cute with it. That's a toe drag. Spence now takes it the other way for Wolverines. Leaves it for Michael Hage. It's going to be just whacked away by Barnett into the right corner. Still in Michigan's possession. Back into the front. Takes a shot right in front of the net. Is loose. No one can get on it. A couple of shots there by Malcolm Spence and a couple other people. Just whacking at it. Still in Robert Morris's left corner. Finally taken away by the Colonials, and they'll get it to center ice with Felsing. As Barnett hits him like a truck, and he's not going to be able to go far. Still going into Michigan's end, though, the puck is. 90 seconds remaining in the second period. Michigan with a 3-goal advantage. Also with the puck in their own end, they are. Now they'll finally get it out to center ice. Barnett takes it the other way. Across the blue line. Tried to pass it to Perron, but right into the stick of the Robert Morris defenseman. Now it's going to be taken the other way by Belho. Drops it for Bodoridis. Takes a shot, blockered away by Ivankovic. It's going to go out of play. And we're going to stoppage with 1:13 remaining left in the second period. And we're going to face off to the right of Jack Ivankovic.
Yep. That dessert is looking more and more delectable, and this game is looking less and less delectable. Michigan is really putting the keeping their foot on the gas over against Robert Morris. The goalie for Robert Morris, Schenkel, he's padding his stats right now, and I think everybody wants this period to be over.
Face off to the right of Ivankovic, one immediate shot taken, and it goes wide left, so nothing going on there. Keeping in the zone, though, by Robert Morris. Chased in by Bruce McDonald. He's tied up in the end with Schlock. As we're under a minute to go here in the second. Michigan now takes it the other way. Will be chased in by Josh Ernest, looking for his second goal of the game. Right corner now, waiting for his guys to get in the zone. Finally, they join him. Passed over to the far side for Ron Mullen on the left D. He's got 3 defensemen on the point. He can choose whoever he wants. Over to Schlock in the middle. He'll take it down to the right side, across the boards, across the hash mark. Backhand into the center ice zone. Nobody's there, though. Taylor's going to take it the other way for Robert Morris. 35 remaining. Go across the red line and dump and chase. Ivankovic just sticks it behind his own net, passes it. It's going to be taken down in front of the net is going to be Josh Ernest, holding his hands up in the air like, what did I do, is Braden Rourke, but it looks like the ref's going to get him on a penalty anyway. Wait to see what the call is with 25.7 seconds remaining. They're going to get him on a trip. Technically it wasn't his fault, I'm not going to lie. His stick blade just got caught in the runner of Ernest's skate. However, technically against the rules, so Braden Rourke, the former Des Moines Buccaneer of the U Show, is going to be in the box for 2 minutes. So 25.7 seconds left. See if Michigan can do anything before the end of the second period here. 5-2 Michigan lead at this point, leading the shot battle by 5, 28-22. We'll get a face-off to the right of Charlie Schenkel. Face-off lost by Hughes as his stick exploded on the play. That's why you use CCM, not Bauer. Over to the left side for Michael Hage. One-timer opportunity rings around in. What a shot and score by Michael Hage. One-timer from the top of the left circle. Left absolutely wide open. Hit the right post, top post, and then in the back of the net to give Michigan a 4-goal advantage, 6-2 with 16.9 remaining.
Yeah, that might be the backbreaker, if it wasn't already. I mean, you got a whole period of hockey to play if you're Robert Morris, but that was just a great play by the Wolverines. I mean, if that's what you expect to see if you're on a power play, it looked like it was 5-on-4 out there. Wide open shot, one-timer, and just right in the back of the net.
So 16 more, 9 remaining. We'll get another face-off at center ice here to try and wrap this period up. Tie up on the draw. Won by McKinney and the Wolverines. Back to Fantilli, and he'll just scoot back into his own zone, looking to kind of just drain this clock out. 6 seconds to go, now 5, now 4. He'll just stand behind his own net as the clock runs out on this second period. And as the buzzer sounds, we see a very different tale than we did at the end of the first, as Michigan starting to put their foot on the gas here. 6-2 lead for the Wolverines, 29-22 leading the shot battle, as we kind of saw Michigan busted open. We got goals from Hage, Horkoff, Draper, everyone getting involved. What'd you like, Eli? What'd you see from both squads? What'd you like? What'd you not like? Give me your take.
I mean, it kind of started off kind of like the first period where Robert Morris, you could tell they looked really good, and then Michigan settled in a little bit quicker this time and a little bit more dominant. Michigan showed why they are ranked 4th in the country. I mean, they dominated it 6-2. If you're Robert Morris, you gotta rethink some things.
Absolutely, I couldn't agree more. Robert Morris looked absolutely powerful in the second period. Almost, not only did they lose momentum, I want to say, but you can see them physically looking gassed, almost as if they completely emptied the tank in the first, which is why they were able to look so strong. And now they kind of got nothing left for the rest of the game.
Yeah.
So we'll see what they do during intermission. If you're just joining us, 6-2 lead for Michigan here at the end of the second, leading the shot battle 29-22. I'm Zach Warshaw alongside Eli Mayhew for WCBN's coverage of number 4 Michigan against the Robert Morris Colonials. We'll take a break for the second intermission as we have shopping cart races going on here on the ice, because why not? We'll be back with you in about 9 minutes or so for the third period. Thank you for listening to WCBN Sports. Welcome back to Ann Arbor, everybody. WCBN has you covered for the third period here of Michigan versus Robert Morris hockey. Michigan leads 6-2 at the end of 2. I'm Zach Warshaw alongside Eli Mayhew for this third and final frame here tonight. Michigan absolutely blew the doors off of Robert Morris in that last period after coming out to a slow start. Goals from a couple people, including Josh Ernessy, Will Horkoff, Keenan Draper, Michael Hage, everyone getting involved. A lot of people on the score sheet tonight. With a minute left until we start this third period, though, what do you think you look for, Eli? Do you think Robert Morris tries to make the world's greatest comeback you've ever seen, or do you think they kind of understand what's happening and maybe just try to play this one out respectfully?
Yeah, for everybody here's sake, I hope they play it out, but well, we're gonna see. Michigan obviously looks like it's gonna have this game in the bag. You never want to speak too soon, but Robert Morris in the end of that second period looked winded. I think first 5 minutes they're going to try to grit it out and be tough, but once they realize Michigan has kind of an anaconda squeeze hold on them, and then then it's going to be kind of running clock type game. Yeah,
Robert Morris looks gassed. Spent a weekend in Ann Arbor. They're kind of like, all right, let's go back to Pennsylvania and get over this. Obviously not. I'm exaggerating, but with about 11 seconds to go until we start this third period, they do look tired. They emptied the tank in the first period, which is why they look so great. They've been a decent opponent. They have not been bad at all. That last period, honestly only the second half of that last period was the only time they've looked like a far inferior opponent. As we line up for the face-off, again, we will flip-flop Michigan left to right, Robert Morris right to left. Here we go for the last 20 minutes of this one from Yost Arena. Face-off won by Robert Morris. Bounce around in the center ice zone a little bit. No one gets control of it. Finally, will bounce into the Robert Morris end, but the Colonials will have it. Stolen away by Nick Moldenhauer now as he takes a couple moves. Almost had an opportunity there. Nothing going as the Colonials take it the other way and fast on the fresh ice. Reinecke has it. Tried to send it over to the left side for a one-timer attempt for Klimke. Couldn't get it past the defense. Moldenhauer now the other way, over the blue line. Through the feet, tried to give it to himself. Loses it, but picked up by Valentini. In the left corner now, both teams fighting for it. Valentini finally breaks free, goes around the back of the net. Back to Muse on the right D. Over to center for Hage. Hage now in Muse's spot on the right defense. He'll fall over. Loses possession of it. He'll go back to center ice, and Michigan will just dump it in with Nick Moldenhauer. And we're going to get a stoppage in play here for some reason. I have no idea what just happened. I don't know if they're going to call that an offsides by a centimeter. I couldn't tell you. We're going to have a face-off at center ice, though, less than a minute into the second period. Great job, everybody. Break. Restart. All right, cool. Michael Hage wins the face-off for Michigan. He'll just be sent into the Robert Morris end. Muse with it now for the Wolverines. Over to Shifsky. Shifsky on the right side. Top of the right circle. No one with him. Passes to Hage. Breaks into the middle. Loses control of it. Unable to get a shot off. It'll trickle into the left corner. Behind the net now, Michigan has it. Into the right corner. Couple players battling for it. No one can really get possession. Shifsky trying to get a handle on it, but can't. Robert Morris finally will be able to send it out of the zone off the stick of Bruce McDonald. Over the blue line now, Robert Morris takes a shot really quickly into the zone. Easily blocked away by Ivankovic. They'll finally go the length of the ice now. Robert Morris will collect in their own end. Up the close side now. In center ice, again, no one can get possession. Just kind of squirting around. Nobody really with a handle on it. Left corner of Michigan's end. Finally, Cole McKinney will get possession of it. Michigan will solidly take it the other way, and then he immediately dumps it in and chase. So I'm just going to stop talking. In the right corner of Robert Morris's end now. I'll tell you guys where the puck is, however, I can't tell you much more than that because nobody gets possession. Behind Robert Morris's net, finally it's close enough where Charlie Schenkel is just going to grab this one and stop play. That was a weird sequence of events where it was kind of ringing around, almost like we're playing bubble hockey, but no one's really getting the possession of it, just kind of flying around on no one's stick for more than half a second. So 17:50 remaining in this third. We'll get a face-off to the left of Charlie Schenkel. Keenan Draper to take it for the Wolverines. 6-2 lead for Robert Morris. For Michigan here, Robert Morris is getting eviscerated. They're going to take it up the left side, though. Klimke has it. They'll send it over to the right side for Wattville as he takes it over Michigan's blue lines. They'll dump and chase. Klimke has it in the left corner for Robert Morris. He'll be pressured by Moldenhauer. Now Josh Earnesty on the right side will send it over into the middle, intended for Tyler Duke. He'll have to go back for it, so Michigan's still in their own end here. Almost loses possession right in the slot. Unable to get it out. Robert Morris doing a great job keeping it in. Rom Mullen with it. Michigan still with possession in their own end. They just can't get it out. Finally, they will with Aiden Park. Aiden Park to Earnesty. He'll cross the Robert Morris blue line. He'll chase it into the left corner. Earnesty has it. Trying to get any help. No one's there with him. He's being pressed by 2 Colonials up against the boards. Finally go right in front. Shot taken by Will Horkoff. That'll bounce off a few players, and I don't know what happened. It was kind of blocked by the pole.
Yeah, I was doing a pretty good impression of I don't even know.
All right, okay, here's what we're gonna do. 7-2 lead by Michigan. However, the pole was blocking us. So let me watch the instant replay, and I'm gonna pretend to you guys like it's live. All right, everyone ready for this? This is gonna be great. This is gonna be top tier entertainment. If they want to show us that. It was a goal by Cole McKinney. As now they're not gonna show us a freaking replay. Here we go. Okay. In the corner, Earnesty with it. Ringed around for McKinney behind the net. He'll pass it to Horkoff in front from the right hash mark. Takes a shot off the blocker. Finally, McKinney shoots from behind the net off the back of Schenkel, and it goes in. Perfect live view of the replay. As right now, Michigan in real life has it in front of their own end with 16:40 remaining this third period. 7-2 lead now for the Wolverines. That'll be iced, and so it'll go all the way down to Robert Morris' end. It's the first time I've ever done live play-by-play off a replay. I hope you guys all enjoyed. First time in history. As Yost Arena is great. Awesome. I love Yost. However, it's a little old, so you're going to have poles in the way, and if you're shooting it from that one corner, you're not going to be able to see. In our defense, I've never seen anyone score from the corner. So that was kind of interesting, but great job on Cole McKinney getting it off the back of Charlie Schenkel to give Michigan their 7th of the night. Face off to the right here of Schenkel.
Yeah, this is kind of what we expected to see yesterday. 7-2, 32-22 shots on goal, dominant performance for the Wolverines. And
yeah, they're starting to pull away as now the students start to trickle out here a little bit.
Yeah.
It's a Friday, man. What do you got to do? Stay for the last 16 minutes. Come on. This is a Thursday, Saturday school. Nobody does anything on Friday.
I mean, to be fair, it's the students in the not even
not
in the
children. Yeah, it's the
yeah,
fake students. They got here 5 minutes before puck drop. They do online classes. They're commuters.
Dearborn.
UM Flint students. Face-off won by Michigan, the Robert Morris end. Behind the net, Moldenhauer with it. He'll send it back at the top for Barnett. Barnett in the left D. He'll creep in now to left hash mark, falls over, eats the boards. Took a bite out of the DTE Energy advertisement, and now Robert Morris takes it the other way. They'll jump and chase into the Michigan end. Hughes has it. He give it back to Hughes, who tries to pass it to Moldenhauer right in front of the net. I can't believe how many times we're passing in front of our own net. And Big Ten college hockey, everybody, but here we are. 16 minutes remaining in the second, 7-2 lead for Michigan. Robert Morris with it in the Michigan zone. Taking a shot from the point by Max Wattville. It's going to be easily wrapped up by Jack Ivankovic, and we'll get a stoppage in play. .57 remaining, 32-23 shot advantage for Michigan. As we're just seeing them start to blow the doors off the Colonials here. They're starting to score in ways I've never seen before, and I've watched hockey my entire life. Get a face-off to the left of Ivankovic. I know my right versus left. Don't worry, everybody. Face-off, tie up on the draw. Won by Michigan. It'll go behind the net, but Robert Morris is there with it. Still, no one can have possession of it. Cross-check into the boards. Michael Hage is not going to get a penalty for that somehow. And Michigan will try and clear it. It'll go up the left-hand side. Send ahead for Shifsky. He's unable to corral it. Finds Michael Hage in the slot. Over to the left side. Taking a shot by Perron. Blocker save by Schenkel. Behind the net now, Michael Hage with it. Backhand pass for Shifsky, can't get a hold on it. He'll get his own pass, wrap-around shot. That goes wide as well. Has 4 opportunities, can't hit the net once. Garrett Shifsky with 15 minutes remaining. Michael Hage still has it, though, on the right circle dot. He'll wrap around to the top. Go up to the point now. Michael Hage still with it. Just doing a ring around the rosy here as he's tripped up by Japchin. Japchin absolutely removes the stick. Great play by Japchin there. And he'll go out to center ice. Michigan now takes it, just dumps it in their zone, and they'll make a change. With 15 minutes exactly remaining, Robert Morris now clears it the length of the ice. It'll go off a player, though, so no icing. Michigan will collect it in their own zone. Pass right in front of his own net. Over to Aiden Park now across the blue line. Drops it for Keenan Draper, top of the right circle. Back to Park, right in front of the net on the right side. Can't get a handle on that. Robert Morris will get it and take it the other way as they just dump this puck in. It's going to be a close one for icing, and they're going to say that Drew Schock was close enough, and that's going to be nice and cold. We'll go back down to the Robert Morris stand with 14:40 remaining.
All right, new name. Croy Kochendorfer in for Robert Morris in goal.
Yeah, I kind of saw them doing that, and I was like blown away. Why, at this point, why are you changing goalies? Croy Kochendorfer, the 6'4" sophomore from St. Paul, Minnesota, also out of the Knoll, the Aberdeen Wings this time, is going to get his first playing opportunity as they pulled Charlie Schenkel finally after the back goal with 14 minutes remaining in this third. More of a mercy pull probably just to get him out of there.
Got some big goalies, 6'6", 6'4", and 6'1".
Yeah, for reference, Jack Ivankovic is 5'11", which is undersized for a goalie, but Robert Morris has got some big boys. Because they're going to win the faceoff and take it through center ice. Robert Morris across the blue line. A couple players, no one can get control of it. It kind of just trickles behind the net. I have no idea what happened there. It just kind of didn't have anything going. It was like one of those where they got that far and didn't think they'd get that far, so didn't know what to do. Still in the Michigan zone. Schock with it in the right side. Sends it up for Ernest. Back to Schock. Sent ahead, intended for Aiden Park. A little out of his reach, though. No icing, as Aiden Park gets absolutely rocked behind the net. He'll have to get up, probably a little embarrassed, not going to lie. 14 minutes remaining in this third as it's sent the length of the ice. Michigan collects. 7-2 Michigan, if you're just joining us, almost towards the halfway point in this period as they take it across the Robert Morris blue line. I'm Zach Warshaw alongside Eli Mayhew for WCBN's coverage of number 4 Michigan against Robert Morris to close out this homestand. Puck in center ice. Going to be cleared the length, no icing, into Michigan's end. Henry Muse will go back to collect for the Wolverines. Over to Cole McKinney. Now for Perron over the Robert Morris blue line. He'll wrap around behind the net over the left side. Tried to give it back to Cole McKinney. There was 3 Colonials there in defense, though, and no one was going to let that puck through. Behind the net, Robert Morris now playing keep away. Go through center ice now. Worst pass I've ever seen into the feet of Johnson. He'll be unable to corral that. It'll be back in center ice. Now Horkoff over the blue line on the right side. He'll try to dangle around Craig. It's not going to work. Michigan will retain possession, however. They're just going to send it behind the net. Moldenhauer. Finally, they'll lose it. Robert Morris now breaks it into the center ice zone. Going up the right side now fast. It's going to be Dominic Elliott. He'll just dump it in as Robert Morris makes a change with under 13 to go. Taken through center ice now, TJ Hughes. Across the blue line. He'll drop it for Luca Fantilli atop of the left circle. Over to Valentini. He'll take a shot. Blocked away.
Oh, my
knocked in, but that's not going to be a goal. It's knocked in by Nick Moldenhauer, who looked like he was swinging an axe on that play. It was so far above his head that it'll bounce in, but it's going to be immediately be waved no goal, and that is the most fair no goal call I've ever seen in my life.
I mean, that was it looks like a Juan Soto right there in the bottom of the ninth when the Mets are down 7-1 where he hits a homer. I mean, that was
crowd's going to boo, but I mean, that's not a goal.
That's not the most obvious hack. I mean, that was hilarious, though.
On the replay,
a little bit.
Yeah, not as bad as it looked live, but still probably about a foot above his shoulder, so easily going to be a high stick. No goal, wave off. 12:39 remaining. We'll get our first media timeout of this third period. Michigan now leading by 10 in the shots battle, 33-23, 7-2 on the scoreboard. I don't know, Eli, what do you want to say? What do you have left to say? We coming down to the wire here. Not going to ever call something before it happens, but it's looking pretty good if you're Michigan.
Yeah, the Ice Girls are doing a pretty good job. There's a lot of ice in that pile, and the T-shirt toss is going on. I mean, there's not much. The in-game product right now isn't the greatest, just because not very close. But you know what? A lot of festivities here at Yost to keep us entertained.
Well, absolutely. Nobody does fan experience like Yost University of Michigan. So, just to be clear, they're not reviewing this. They are reviewing this.
They are reviewing this.
They're reviewing this goal on what is obviously a high stick, so it's going to be no goal, but they are just taking a look. Probably just cuts a media timeout anyway. As Scrapers have left the ice, but we're still going to wait for a ref official ruling, even though it's pretty confidently a high stick. Watch, I'm going to talk all this big game, then they're going to call it a goal somehow. But it's clearly above his shoulders, so we're kind of wasting our time here. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah. I mean, this is one of the most obvious calls you can make in hockey. The refs have a hard job in hockey. This one is not I mean, even he knows after that goal that was above his shoulder. But
yeah, like he didn't even celebrate. He was like, ah.
Yeah, he's like, yeah, that's getting taken back. But you know what? A for effort, and it was funny, so you can't hate that.
Because now we'll get an official decision. Robert, Michigan challenged that play.
Wow.
It's going to be no goal. Kind of an interesting move here, Brendan Dorado, to challenge that goal call. That'll send a message to the Robert Morris crew. Probably not going to be thrilled about that, to be honest with you. But with 12:39 remaining, we'll get a neutral zone face-off.
That was an interesting move.
Yeah. Tie up on the draw, won by Robert Morris, as they're going to try and flick into the zone, but again for the third time tonight, almost kill Brandon Dorado as it's flicked right into the Michigan bench.
I think that might be why he called the challenge. I think he's been getting so many pucks, and maybe one of them hit him in the head.
Maybe that was intentionally a dump that went into the bench just to be like, hey, man, why are we challenging this? Face off at center ice now. To be taken by TJ Hughes and Dario Belho. Face off won by Robert Morris. On the left side now, taken over by Ashmead across the line. Ashmead hit by two different players at the same time in the left corner. He's going to lose possession of the puck, taken the other way by the Wolverines. Valentini across the blue line into the Robert Morris end. He'll lose balance and fall down. They're actually going to call a penalty on that. It looked like he just lost his balance, but Michigan's going to go back to the power play here. Looks like they're going to get Ashmead for that. Ashmead, not even a defensive pairing tonight. He's the extra defenseman for Robert Morris. That's definitely not going to help his case in the eyes of the coaching staff. They're going to give him a cross-checking penalty. Full disclosure, I'm a Michigan student. That was not a cross-check. They gave him a cross-checking penalty, but it looked like Valentini kind of just fell over. Yeah. But, hey, man, whatever you want to do. With 12-12 left, Michigan's going to go back to the power play as Ashmead gets a 2-minute cross-checking penalty. So the sophomore from Calgary, Alberta, will take a seat. Face-off won by Wolverines. Ron Mullen sends it over to Robertson on the right side. Takes a shot and backdoor, tipped in. What an amazing setup there as Aiden Park is going to just put that in for a second goal. So J.R. Ashmead's seat is actually going to be about half a second as Aiden Park puts it in on a great play altogether. Amazing setup, amazing pass. Park's backdoor just tips it in. Nothing that could have been done there by Coach Endorfer. Michigan's going to go 8-2 for a 6-goal advantage with 12 minutes remaining.
The refs are doing everything in their power to make this game as long as possible for the people of Yost, just prolonging the fan experience. Now they're putting down the puck quick.
Yeah, the refs are like, all right, man, let's get this going. Face-off won by Michigan. Under 12 minutes to go now. We'll just dump it and chase into the zone. Brings around a couple players. Again, no one with possession. Finally sent out to neutral zone. Robert Morris will collect it. Taken across the blue line now. The Colonials have it. George Kapatris with it as both players are going to go down. We're going to get another penalty on this play as now the Timbers are going to start to fly as the ref takes a seat. There's a lot going on over there in the left corner by the hash marks. Both players kind of went down in like a wrestling move. I'm not sure if they're going to get one or both. We will see at the moment.
I don't know what the ref's been doing. Yoga, Pilates, whatever he needs. I mean, that knee went all the way back, and he's fine. So whatever routine he's doing, I'm gonna need that when I'm getting into my older years. That was really impressive.
They say they're gonna give a match penalty?
Are they really? Against Tyler Duke.
Tyler Duke's going to get the penalty. I think they said they were reviewing it to see if it should be a match penalty because he did kind of plow his face into the ground.
I wouldn't be surprised if this is on Tyler Duke. He kind of wrestled him to the ground without his knowledge. So, you know.
So we'll have a quick review on that penalty to see if it's just a 2-minute minor or potentially a match penalty for Tyler Duke. 11:38 remaining in this third period. 8-2 after playing rock and roll all night by Kiss. Rip Ace, man. You see that?
What happened?
Ace Frehley for Kiss died yesterday.
Are you serious?
Yeah, very unfortunate.
Oh, man.
Yeah,
that's rough. Rock and roll all night.
I'm going to be honest with you. With 11:38 remaining in this third period, I've run out of things to say. This game has kind of gotten out of hand. I'm not going to lie. As we wait for this review.
I'm loving all these reviews. I mean, the refs are making sure all these kids are getting deserved playing time and making sure they all have the right calls. I understand it might get boring for some fans, but you know what? It's hockey and we love it.
Absolutely, as we get the call. They are indeed going to give Tyler Duke a 5-minute major and a game misconduct. And so his night's going to be done. Going to get an early shower here with 11 minutes remaining. And Robert Morris will go on the power play for the next 5 minutes, regardless of if they score or not. So yeah, let's see a goal a minute here by Robert Morris to put him back in the game.
Yeah.
Michigan's going to have to choose someone to serve the penalty on the bench, so let's see. It's always got to be a great feeling if you're the player that gets chosen to serve the 5-minute major, because it means you're the most expendable guy on the team. Who's the lucky winner? It's going to be Adam Valentini, who honestly is probably just picked because he's 17 years old, as he already has putting up impressive stats, but they're probably like, hey, man, get in the box.
Yeah.
Like, come on, freshman. Faceoff is won by Robert Morris in the Michigan end. Craig with it on the left side of the D. Gives it up to Klimpy. Klimpy back to Garvey over to the right side. Takes a shot. Never made it to the net. Garvey with it in the slot. Tried to get around. Shot off the post. It's trapped in the feet now to the right side of the net. Finally taken away. And Ben Robertson will take it out of the zone. He'll just clear it. Because Michigan will probably look to clear it as much as they can in the next 5 minutes just to drain this clock and this penalty. Honestly, if you're Michigan, this isn't the worst thing in the world, because for the next 4.5 minutes now, you can clear the puck as many times as you want without an icing. So if you want to basically, in terms of football, just run the ball and run the clock out, this is the way to do it. In the Michigan end now, Robert Morris has it to Belho in the slot. He's wide open. He'll take a shot right into the glove of Jack Ivankovic. He literally was wide open. Could have chosen his position and still just shot it right into the glove side. So what a save there by Jack. And we're going to stop it with 10:54.
Well, you're going to get some PT from people that you don't usually see out here. You can tell both teams are emptying the bench. And we're about to see how good our goalie is, Ivankovic. Getting some good reps in here for the Wolverines, as next game's Western, right?
Yes, sir. Home and home with Western. One in Ann Arbor, one in Kalamazoo.
It's a big game.
Face-off won by Robert Morris. On the blue line now, Dominic Elliott's going to dance around. He'll go coast to coast and finally take a shot on the left side. Blocked wide left by Ivankovic. Back to Elliott at the blue. Over to the other side. Back to Elliott at the Big Ten logo. Trying to get anything going, can't get anything. He's going to be hooked on the play. No penalty on that. Actually, low-key was a penalty. It's going to be sent out to center ice to be collected by Ryan Taylor. Over to Elliott now on the left side. He'll cross the blue line. Sent ahead from Cortruis, great guy. Man, I don't know. McDonald now. He'll send it back to the D. Nobody's there. Elliott will have to go back to center ice to collect it. 10-12 remaining in this third period. 3.5 minutes remaining in the penalty to Tyler Duke, as Robert Morris takes it across the blue line again. Cross-check in the back by Rob Mullen. Nothing called. Under 10 minutes to go. Moldenhauer now just backhand this out down the ice. What a powerful backhand that was, I'm not going to lie. As we'll go the length, and Michigan will be able to change and get fresh legs. Robert Morris will go behind their own net to collect it. Michael Craig now to take it across center ice. Drop pass as he waits for Michael Felsing to get it. Give him to Garvey. Garvey will just dump it in as Felsing goes and chases. Isn't able to get there now. Michigan's just going to send it the length of the ice again. 9.5 remaining in this third period. Getting a lot of cardio in both these teams are now, as we're going to fling at the length of the ice multiple times. Taken across the blue line almost. Stuck on the blue line. Finally goes to center ice now, and TJ Hughes will take it for Michigan. So just walk back into his own end, trying to drain some clock. Finally be cleared again by the Wolverines, and Rob Morris is going to go have to collect. Stop me if you've heard this before. 8-2 lead for Michigan. If you're just joining us, was close in the first period, and then Michigan started busting it open halfway through the second. As Robert Morris takes it over the blue line in the slot now. Shot taken right in front of the net by Ryan Taylor. Goes wide right, never made it. Ryan Taylor has it again in the left circle. Again, takes a shot, blocked away, never made it to the net. As Michigan now takes it the other way. TJ Hughes up to Ernest across the blue line on the right side. He has Hughes to his left. Takes a shot, missed the net, goes and rings around, and now Robert Morris goes the other way. Taken across the blue line now by Belho. taking a shot from the top of the slot is Ryan Taylor. It's going to go right into the pads of Jack Bonkovic, and we're going to stoppage a play. 8:29 remaining in the third, 1:51 remaining in the major penalty to Tyler Duke. 8-2 lead Michigan, also winning the shot battle, 34-27. Any other stats I've missed? I don't know. What are we thinking?
No, I think you're all set. Yeah, Michigan's winning. Robert Morris is losing. Not much to say here. The students are making up chants, and it's a good time.
Face-off won by Robert Morris. On the right side now, Greg Japshin with it. Stolen away by Aiden Park, and he'll just backhand it down the length of the ice, and Robert Morris will go collect. As you mentioned, next week is Western Michigan, home and home. Western Michigan, obviously the number 2 team ranked in the number 2 ranked team in the country, so that'll be a great matchup. I potentially will be on the call in Kalamazoo with my dear friend Gabby Miller if she wants to stop being a loser. She has an exam like the day before, but who cares? Don't study for that. Just study for the hockey game. Who cares about your exam? We're not students or anything. 7:50 remaining in this third period as the puck is cleared again. Robert Morris now takes it across the blue line into the Michigan zone. Dominic Elliott within the right corner. Looking for anybody. Nobody there. Finally sends it around behind the net. To be collected by Reineke. Reineke will try to attempt to wrap around. It's going to be easily stopped by Ivankovic. Now we got pushing and shoving in the crease with 58 seconds remaining on this major penalty to Tyler Duke. So I think this is the display you needed if you're Michigan after last night. Yeah. I, in all honesty, will not be shocked if Michigan still drops a rank or two just because last night should have been a more dominant performance, but this is the bounce back you needed going into Western. You didn't want to have a close one versus Robert Morris. Again, not a horrible team, but if you're playing Big Ten competition, number 4 team in the country, you should lose by 6 goals, as Robert Morris has it in the Michigan end. Craig with it, takes a shot from the blue line, tipped away, but never made it to the net by Belho. Still collected by Robert Morris, though. A couple players fighting for it. Kimke is trying to keep it in on the left side D. Finally poked out by Cole McKinney. And Michael Craig for Robert Morris is going to take it out and go the other way. Dumped in now. He'll just chase it. Garvey with it. Kimke right behind him. Has the puck at bottom of the right circle. Takes a shot. It's going to be deflected by Belho. Again, is going to miss the net. All their deflections are missing. Over to Craig now on the left D. He'll step in. Give it over to Kimke on the right side. Backhand catch on the pass. He's going to lose it. It'll go into the right corner. 15 seconds remaining in the penalty. 6:50 remaining in the third period. Over to Craig. One-time opportunity from the top of the left circle. Easily gloved away by Ivankovic. And that'll stop the clock again for a face-off with 6:49 remaining and 11 seconds left in the penalty.
Shout out to all the students at Michigan who stayed. There is still a very packed student section here in Yost.
The children of Yost don't leave. It's like you said, it's the people that are off in the corner that get here like 5 minutes before the game. They're not true. They're not really into it. Children of Yost is the best student section in college hockey. They're
like the neglected children.
Yeah, exactly. Basically, just transfer to Michigan State, why don't you? Face-off won by Robert Morris in Michigan's end. They'll be ringing around it. Michigan is now full strength again. We're going to have 5-on-5 hockey with 6.5 remaining. I have no idea what's happening as the puck changes possession about 7 times in 3 seconds. Michael Hayes is going to take it through center ice. Over the blue line in the Robert Morris end. Takes a shot, goes through the crease, never makes it to the net, though. It'll go around the right side. Nick Moldenhauer with it. He'll lose possession. He'll be sent to center ice. Number 16 for Robert Morris has it. Said a pass to nobody. Muse catches that. And he'll just dump it in for Michigan to change with 6 minutes remaining. Kochendorfer wanted an icing on that, even though it was well inside the halfway point. In front of the net, a couple players lose it. Finally, Michigan gets possession. They're going to backhand it in. They're going to say it's a good goal.
Hey.
That was backhanded in by Will Horkoff, as I'm not going to lie, a Michigan player was laying on top of the goalie Kochendorfer, who was absolutely furious that goal counts. I kind of stopped calling it because I thought they were going to blow it dead, but no, the ref signaled that's a good goal. So as of right now, I'm sure they're going to review it, but that's going to put Michigan up 9-2 on one of the weirdest goals I've ever seen. And at this point, Eli, I don't even know what's happening tonight anymore.
Yeah. No.
So yeah, the play is going to be under further review, obviously.
Yeah, everybody's looking up at the screen right now, kind of wondering what in the world just happened.
Goaltender interference is also always very hard. However, that was really clear as he gets shoved down by, it looks like Michael Hayes. In Michael Hayes' defense, he was losing his balance, but he Oh, that was Perron, not Michael Hayes. That's an 18 out of 19. Jaden Perron loses balance and kind of just pushes Kochendorfer down into the ice. And then it's backhanded in by Will Horkoff. So I would think this is not going to count. But we'll see what the refs think. You never know. Goaltender interference is very ambiguous.
They didn't even change the score. I don't think the score operators think this is a goal either. I don't. 5:52 left, and
the boys are just having fun out there.
They're just joking around. Although I'm sure Horkoff wants a 2-goal game.
Yeah, I think he wouldn't mind it. Horkoff already the leading goal scorer on this team. Wouldn't mind adding a few to his total. Ref's still taking a look at this, so a goal interference is going to be a longer one, obviously. So with 5:52 remaining this third, Michigan, at the moment, has a 9-2 lead. We might go back down to 8 in a second. Leading the shot battle 37-28 here on a Friday night in Ann Arbor, as those who have stayed are now all being shown on the video board. Okay. Jackie Volkovic now doing circles over in his crease as they play I'm a Believer. I feel like we're watching Shrek right now. Sure, taking their time with this review. If this review started when the Titanic hit the iceberg, Jack is already dead. This has been so long. It's just like, let's just come up with something, guys. There's 5 minutes left in a 6-goal game.
Well,
here's the call. Here's the call.
Really?
And there we go. The puck, well, okay, they said it's no goal, but the reasoning being the puck never crossed the goal line. However, it looked like it was firmly in the back of the net. So either way, it's not going to count as a goal. Reasoning might be a little fishy, but it's going to remain an 8-2 game. As now we get a media timeout after that entire review. Oh, I love the scheduling here. It's great.
Man.
So now during this media timeout, in case the review wasn't long enough, 5:52 remaining still. Remaining an 8-2 game.
It's not a lot to talk about.
I don't know what we should talk about. Thank you all for listening to us. Again, WCBN's coverage of number 4 Michigan against Robert Morris as Michigan leads 8-2. I am Zach Warshaw alongside Eli Mayhew. We thank you for joining our coverage. We know WCBN has had 3 streams. Michigan basketball fell to Cincinnati in a close one, ended up losing by just 2 points in the exhibition. We thank you for choosing hockey for us, for you at this point, for your entertainment on this Friday night in Ann Arbor. As the ice scrapers finish up, players head back. We'll get a face-off to the left of Croy Kochendorfer. As we get ready to drop the puck. Jaden Perron to take the face-off for the Wolverines here. Face-off won by Michigan. Back to the point, over to Horkoff, top of the right circle. Tries to take a shot, whiffs on it. Perron tries to take a shot, also whiffs on it. Nobody can get a hold on it. In the left circle now. Finally over to the left side for Mew. Mew will lose it, and now Robert Morris is going to take it through the neutral zone. Braden Rourke with it for the Colonials. In the left side now, Robert Morris fighting for it. They'll be able to retain possession. Can't really get out of the corner, but they do have it. Turned around, Patrick Johnson tries to pass it to the center, can't get it through. Finally to Babcock at the point. He'll take a shot that's so wide left, it's like the Buffalo Bills in the Super Bowl. As Robert Morris still has possession of it in the Michigan zone. Braden Rourke with it now on the left side. It'll be tipped up, it's going to fly in the air as it went off of the stick. Finally, backhanded shot to nobody. As Luca Primorano had a shot there, but lost it immediately. Now Michigan within the Robert Morris zone. They'll lose it immediately, though. Under 5 to play here in the game. 8-2 lead for Michigan. As Robert Morris is going to dump and chase as they change. Behind the net. Schock has it. He'll send it over to Ron Mullen on the right side. Ron Mullen sends it up for Michael Hage. Backhand pass to Moldenhauer. He'll take it across the blue line into the Colonials' end. Tries to get around the defenseman, is unable to. Wattville. Valentini will just dump it in and they'll chase. Corralled behind the net by Kochendorfer. 4:20 remaining. Backhanded shot from the top of the circle by Moldenhauer. That's a really low chance opportunity there, but admire the confidence on the guy. As Robert Morris now backhands it into the neutral zone, sorry. Ron Mullen takes it across the blue line into the Robert Morris end. In the right corner now. Tended for Michael Hage will go back out to Valentini in the right D. He'll pass it back to Hage in the right dot. He'll take a shot, blockered away by Kochendorfer. Crawled on the left side. Back to Ron Mullen on the right D. Passing to the center for Hage. Moldenhauer falls down on the right side, now in the right corner with it. Cross-checked in the back, trying to get a hold of it, needs some help. Finally, he'll get some from Valentini. A lot of people falling down there in the corner. 3.5 remaining, and Robert Morris finally takes it into the center ice zone. Reinecke, drop pass for Japchen as he's going to miss it and actually go offsides himself and stop the play all on his own. Japchen missed the pass, went over the blue line, reached back for the puck, but he was already across the line, so that's going to be an offsides call. And stop the clock with 3:28 remaining in this third period. Neutral zone face-off won by the Colonials. J.R. Ashmead with it. He'll just dump it in, and they'll chase. Robert Morris seems equally as wanting to just kind of run this clock out and go home. Shot from the center ice dot. It's going to hit Ivankovic. It's going to be a shot on goal. Never really a chance to go in there. Center ice now. Cole McKinney is going to dump it in, and the Wolverines will chase. 3 minutes remaining in the third period. In the right corner with it. Felsing will just ring it around for the other side. Robert Morris has it in front of their own bench. Walked away by Ernest on the pass attempt. Josh will just have it and go back into the Michigan end. Gives it to Muse. Now into the center ice for Cole McKinney, who will just dump it in again. Like we said, both teams just kind of dumping it, just trying to run this clock out. 2:40 remaining. Just kind of playing keep away here. Set into center ice. Battling for it. Belho now with it, the Colonials. Will send it over to the right side. Step in, unable to have it as Tanner Klimke. He's going to lose possession of the puck. Send back out to the right D for Dominic Elliott. He'll step into the middle. Over to the left side now, down to the hash mark, down to the goal line. Takes a shot from the goal line, easily blocked away by Ivankovic. Goes to Babcock at the right D. Elliott with it again. He'll lose possession of it, and the puck will go to center ice. 2 to play here in the third period now. Taylor will take it over the blue line for Robert Morris. Rung around to nobody. It'll be finally corralled on the other side by Bruce McDonald at the D, who will now send it around to the other side. So again, just playing keep away. Sticked away. Again in center ice, changes possession a few times. Taken across the blue line, looked like it was offside. Shot from the slot by a Robert Morris player, couldn't see which number it was. Looked like Crossris, as now Aiden Park takes it the other way from Michigan. Across the blue line, he has TJ Hughes open, back door, pass, shot, score. Tic-tac-toe, that goal is going to count, 9-2 Michigan. As TJ Hughes was wide open, he was skating backwards for, I want to say, half the length of the ice, and no Robert Morris player picked up on that. But it's going to put Michigan up 9-2 with a minute and a half remaining in this third.
Yeah, and you got to feel bad for Robert Morris now. I feel their pain when I play my friend Josh in NHL 25. This happens every single time.
They're just gassed. There's nothing they can do.
There's nothing you could do. I mean, and I don't know why Michigan's chanting "We are Penn State," but
they're not chanting "We are." They're chanting an expletive followed by Penn State.
Oh, okay. Never mind then.
Yeah. Penn State obviously on a tear, number 6 in the nation, mainly due to the addition of Gavin McKenna, the $1 million man, as an 18-year-old in college hockey. But that's just kind of the state of the things we're in as Michigan wins the faceoff. Minute 24 remaining. Enters the Robert Morris zone. Will Horkoff will drop it for Ron Mullen. Top of the right circle, he'll move down to the right side. Rings around the entire arc of the circle in the slot. Takes a shot from about the hash mark. Easily corralled by Kochendorfer, and it'll be stopped. With 1:12 remaining, is now Keenan Draper's trying to fight yet another person in Max Wattville. Max Wattville, the international student on this Robert Morris team, from the junior from Stockholm, Sweden, and the transfer from Merrimack College. Merrimack College, Robert Morris, kind of a lateral move, honestly.
Yeah.
But whatever makes you happy, bro. I don't. That sounded really sarcastic, but I didn't mean it like that. Like, hey, man, if you want to transfer, transfer.
Oh, is there going to be a penalty?
Michigan, Keenan Draper is going to get a penalty. Oh, they're going to give both of them. 4-on-4 hockey coming up for the last minute 12 here as both players get a roughing penalty after drawing at it a little bit. Minute 12 will end this absolute boat race that is this 9-2 game between Michigan and Robert Morris. Face off to the right of Kochendorfer. Tie up on the draw, finally won by Robert Morris. 4-on-4 gives people a lot of room to move. They might just probably drain this clock and not really do anything. Horkoff with it in his own zone. He'll pass it over to Muse. 1 minute remaining as clearly Michigan is just going to kind of skid around their own zone and drain as much clock as possible. Into the center ice now. They'll just dump it and chase. Kochendorfer is going to pass it up the right side. To Horkoff at the top of the right circle. He'll take a shot, miss wide right. Trickles down the left side for Fantilli to collect. Top of the left circle now is Perron. Over to Horkoff in the top of the right. Never made it there, blocked away. Corralled by Perron at the top of the blue line. Top of the slot, I should say, sorry. Right side of the blue line now, Perron. Top of the right circle. Takes a shot.
Oh, my God.
Left side went in. What an absolute screen there. But I want to say it was Will Horkoff just completely blocked Kochendorfer's vision.
He's 18.
So we're going to put up double digits as Michigan's going to take a 10-2 lead as this just really ends up. I don't know how to put this. 10-2 lead, 26 seconds left. My score bug is going off the screen, but 26 seconds left. I'm not going to skip it, so everyone just enjoy that.
The Yost Ice Arena score bug also is not used to double digits. That 10 is very off-putting, but it's okay. We only got 26 seconds of it.
25 seconds till this one is over. 10-2 lead, Michigan. 40-31 are the shots. Michigan's going to win that battle as time just trickles off the clock here. This is what you need to do if you're Michigan. This is what you expected last night. And so as we're 10 to play now, Rob Morris is going to get one last chance, blocked away by Ivankovic easily. So now Ernest is going to take it to center ice and just kind of dribble this one out, if you will, as the clock winds down. Hits 0, and we are final from Yost Arena. Final score tonight, 10-2. Michigan beats Robert Morris after an initial close game in the first period. Just turns into, frankly, an ass beating in the last two. And for the final shot selection, final shot total, I should say, 40-32. Michigan wins. Everyone got a piece, is what I should say. What did you think, Eli? What's your final take?
My final take is this is a good sign heading into Western. They're gonna have to play their best hockey against Western, and especially that second period. That's kind of the hockey you want to see out of the Wolverines going into these big games.
Absolutely, Michigan looks strong. After the first period jitters, everything was really firing on all cylinders, to be honest with you. So let's just run through this real quick. 10 goals. Goal scorers tonight for Michigan: Perron, Ernest twice, Horkoff, Draper, Hage, McKinney, Park, Hughes, and Perron again. For everyone really getting on the score sheet tonight in this 10-2 victory. Thank you for listening to WCBN Sports coverage of number 4 Michigan against Robert Morris, everybody. I have been Zach Warshaw alongside Eli Mayhew. Thank you for listening to WCBN. As always, we will leave you with a good night and a go blue. Have a good one, everybody. See you against Western.